writing haikus. Lovely.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Refreshed in a hot spring on top of a mountain.
Lovely.
Good bowl.
That's pretty good.
I don't think you can get out that way. So go in there.
Go in the butthole.
Go in the butthole.
Go in the butthole.
Yeah.
A?
Press A to squeeze in the butthole.
Lovely. Yes?
We got to work out a new intro because that does not work for me running back to my chair.
I'm Nick. Welcome to Back Pocket for Wednesday, the 4th of August. Tonight on the show, approximately 4% of the gaming news that broke this week. We've got 30 to 100% of a game of Fall Guys, depending on how we go, and 1,000% more Cardboard Cowboy than we've ever had on this program, but I can't do it alone. As always, I'm joined by...
Gus, who got told by a very close friend that last week wearing that jumper made me look like Fat Ben Affleck or Fat Lek.
Well, I would like to be Chubby Electra. If we're continuing the Fat Lek
And you're Steph.
theme. And I'm Stephanie.
And I am Peter, and I am Ben Affleck's back tattoo. That's the role I'll be playing.
So I don't know if
The
you noticed...
phoenix rising from the flames.
Yes, I mean, I don't want to judge a man, but it's just awful. I don't know if you noticed, but we were coming in hot on this one. Oh boy, there was all sorts of we're live in 30 seconds. You know what we're forgetting? I'll tell you what we're forgetting.
Sure.
This is the time to talk about it, yeah.
Besides everything that we forgot today. We're forgetting that this isn't television and that you don't have to start on the dot.
Oh, look.
That we can...
Yeah, but there's
Oh,
also...
but Peter,
Yeah.
Peter's a stickler for the rules. And
Well,
if the timer says 30 seconds, then it's 30 seconds.
A timer is a timer. But also, Gus, if you could make those intro videos maybe 3 times as long, that'd be really helpful for me.
Why don't I just, troll through last week's ep and just pick all those perfect funny
that
moments.
camera's-
That passive-aggressive tone, so familiar.
He's off again, folks.
So technically, all we need to ensure is that we have 3 times the amount of quality content.
Yes.
With which, because you put all the good bits in the show.
We do
in
have
that in that teaser. There was no more good parts from last week's episode.
I gave
That's
up
right.
once I'd filled that 30 seconds. But yeah, we can make it a minute long, maybe. Maybe a bit more like jazzy music, funk music as we lead into
People
it.
love jazzy intros.
I've discovered
People
that
love greatest hits.
2020 is the year I like cutting to funk.
It's got to be like the intro to Buffy, but with axes and vampire heads.
That was
and
like
stuff
rock,
that.
wasn't it?
You mean without axes and vampire heads?
No, with.
Right, okay.
With.
Okay.
Because even if our stream has nothing to do with that, won't that get people interested?
That's true.
Give us feedback as well on the mic levels and stuff, because of course we test all this stuff and then everyone explodes with excitement at the top
Hooray!
of the show. So-
We have more moving parts, as you can see this week. So that's why there are more variables of things that could be going wrong.
Including that moving
First and
part.
foremost is we have a nice little window down the bottom that Pete can indicate where we've got user-submitted photos. That's everyone at the $10 tier and above. So if
We've only had, I think there's between 25 and 30 photos in this slideshow at the moment.
And we definitely have-
need 360 odd.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're expecting 360.
yeah.
We don't need it.
Look
don't
at
need
a poochie.
I mean, technically, we'd prefer if you didn't send any in, because that would make it way easier.
But
for
then we'd
us.
just be seeing these ones on, which is delightful at this stage, but, So you should have got a message in the Patreon with a Google form that you could fill out and
Absolutely.
attach an image.
And then we've also
correct.
obviously got the names are scrolling down the bottom. You should see your name at some point, maybe multiple times. It's sort of randomized, so they will come
I think
up.
it just goes
and
faster.
and thanks to Syntax for helping us put that together today.
Yep.
Because OBS's internal systems could not handle it.
There were
So
too many of you. And then
He
finally,
cracked the code.
another massive thanks to All Syntax for putting together our latest display, which is up here, which is showing off...
Boom arm's a bit in the way, but hang on, let me move
is.
that as well.
Let me
That's
bring
from
that.
the last show we shot.
Let me bring that down. Showing off some of the delightful Pock-art that we've been creating each week.
It's fine where it is.
Well, no, it could be better.
Wait, but now no one can hear me, and I'm the most important one.
You are also the loudest, so, I mean, that's probably for the best if it's over there.
This for this show.
There we go.
There we go. There
Okay,
you
that's
go.
better. Arm goes
Now
up.
everyone can see it.
Does it? That's...
That's fine. You just lower
It's a
it.
peek behind the curtain.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
No, this is a peek into your relationship.
This
my
is the
God.
curtain. We forgot to put the curtain down. It's just everything
it
behind
can be better.
So a massive thank you to all syntax errors. I think that's the Twitter handle. But yeah, we've now got that lovely display rotating through the Pock-art images, and we're going to add more to them tonight and in future apps. So yeah.
Absolutely. And then we are also, obviously, we're sponsored by you guys because you are our patrons. You are our favorite sponsors. We've got a lower tier sponsor this week, though. They're probably not watching. But we are also sponsored by PlayStation this episode and PlayStation Plus. They are running a free weekend for PlayStation Plus this weekend. So starting Saturday, August 8th at 12:01 a.m., which is when all good gamers start gaming, through to Sunday, August 9th. So one day and a bit later, at 11:59 p.m., anyone who doesn't have a Plus membership will be able to play online multiplayer games for free. It is fine. You can play as much as you want for that weekend. And so a big thank you to PlayStation for sponsoring it. But I said to them, I said, you know what? You can't just have us on, you can't just come on our show and demand that we talk about this. We want to give something back to the people. The people deserve free things. You've given PlayStation enough of your hard-earned money over the course of the last few years. It's time to give something back. So they want to do that and give you the opportunity to win some stuff thanks to us and a competition that we're going to be running. They want to celebrate their PlayStation Plus 10 years. They've been running that. And they want to celebrate all the connections that have been made through PlayStation and online gaming, all the people who have met each other and done various things with each other. So they are running with us the Back Pocket Playoff Poem Pompetition presented by PlayStation Plus. I named that, and I regret naming it that. And so all you need to do is send us a poem or a limerick or a haiku or any sort of rhyming beat poetry about your favorite connection, the best connection you've made with someone online playing video games, a friendship that's formed, a funny moment that happened playing online. Send them in to us using the link that is in Nightbot right now. You see that link there, and if you're watching on YouTube, the link will be in the description in the VOD. And the winner is going to get themselves a year's worth of PS Plus. They're going to get themselves a pockety mug. They're going to get themselves the opportunity to play against me in a 1v1 Rocket League tournament next week on the show. And if you want, you can even take home the controller that I play with, which this week is this red one.
Maybe if they beat you, they get the controller.
Oh, right. Yeah, make them work for it.
Yeah.
Do they get the rest?
Do they? Yeah, they still get the rest.
Yeah, okay,
That's
cool.
just an added bonus.
yeah.
What if? But if they lose, they don't get that.
No.
You-
If they lose, I get to write a poem about you and how much you suck at video games.
There you go.
And I get to perform it at the location of my choosing. And I will wait until COVID is over, and I will do it at the Opera House.
Multifish says, ew, wet controller.
And it will still be damp when it arrives in the mail. So thank you very much to PlayStation for sponsoring this show, and that should be a fun competition. We'll be promoting that all week on our socials and stuff, so keep an eye out for that. You don't need to enter now. Now you just need to sit back and relax.
Enjoy the show.
I got one more piece of housekeeping, and then we can all hang out. Is that okay?
Sure.
I just feel like we got to get this shit out of the way, where it's just like talking about like the Patreon, which you need to go subscribe to, patreon.com/backpocket.
Look how pained he is when he says that now.
No, I'm pretending. I love your money. I'm so excited about the money because like I haven't given the M any of the money yet. I'm the only one at the moment that has access to the money. I have cashed the money into my PayPal account.
God damn it.
And unfortunately, it was a lot less than we were expecting. But pay no attention to the new car that I bought. But we are going to be running the PPP. We announced this on the Back Pocket Patreon exclusive post show last week. The PPP is the Back Pocket.
We really need
What
to
is
get
it?
pop
It is
filters.
the Pocket Pilot Program.
The Back Pocket Pilot
Program.
Thank you very much. And Peter, you came up with this. What is it?
Oh, yeah. Why not? Why don't I explain it while I try and come down from this massive high
He's
of
been-
everything being not set up properly?
Gone great, mate.
The Pocket Pilot Program is a pilot program that we are going to launch so that we can demo some of the fun ideas we have for you guys to make sure that the next thing that gets unlocked in the Patreon stretch goal is a thing that you guys want to see. We're not going to pilot anything we don't want to make, so we're going to make a bunch of fun stuff, but you will see there's going to be a form. The form's already up, right, on Discord?
Yes, yeah, it is. It's in the Discord, and if you're a Patreon, you will have gotten an email about it today.
Yeah, so you can supply some feedback in that, and then that's how we'll approach the pilot program going forward. We'll use that data to go like, oh, you guys are interested in Nick's my fans OnlyFans account.
My friends.
That's like MySpace and OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Had a really awkward.
I'm sorry.
I will make one. That's fine. I'm actually super comfortable with my sexuality. Let's get it on right now.
No, let's not. Let's do it on OnlyFans.
Let's do it
not
behind a
on-
paywall.
Yeah.
You're right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to know what you guys want to see from us. So fill out that form and we will get to it. Okay. Oh, let's just take a breather. Steph, how's your week been?
My week's been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really exciting happened except for the ski trip that we're going on that you're not coming on.
Don't bring it up so early. This is just going to make such an awkward, icy.
So
Hey, I invite you to so many things and you always say no. He's a lone wolf.
let's just go into like really excruciating detail about why I'm not coming on this and who is going on this and why.
We should, we talked
so
about it
it
at
was-
my birthday drinks the other weekend.
Yeah.
didn't we?
And it was when
I saw that
it was when-
picture as well. Oh, and I saw the fucking latte
Stop
art
blowing
thing.
your microphone.
That was a gift that he bought for
to
him.
for his birthday.
From who?
Have a birthday.
From
who?
him.
Me.
But you hate him.
But we made beautiful latte art together. That's
true.
Yeah, but when George Miller called us and was like, "Hey, come down to the lodge," the three of us couldn't say no. So
Is that true? Because we know
he's
George Miller.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, shit.
See, the best thing is
you-
penguin butlers.
But
everywhere.
you didn't go to that shoot, so it was like,
Yeah.
having a kid or something.
Oh,
so it's like,
okay.
I was literally having a
The
kid.
birth,
It was
the
like-
birth of your child.
It was either one day before or one day after life entered this world. Okay, cool. We'll point out, not having a kid this weekend, but whatever. I hope you all have a great time on your ski trip and no one gets frostbite.
thank you.
Let's talk about the gaming week that was, as opposed to the fabulous weekend Steph's going to have without me.
all of us.
No,
Yeah.
you two are going to kill each other. She's going to have fun. What have we been
Yeah, this
playing?
is the best bit I forgot to say.
Oh.
Like, Gus was a last minute ring in, so he's sleeping. No, because he was invited from the start, but like Gus never wants to commit to anything until like the last possible moment. He's like, I guess I'll come.
It's my motto for life.
Yeah. But then by then all the accommodation was booked out. And I was like, well, Gus, Peter and I are sleeping in a room that has a double bed with like a single bunk bed above it. So that's where
These
Gus
two are going to be
is
singling upstairs while I'm, what is it? Starfishing out on the bottom floor.
Gus is going to be like our child.
Starfishing is the wrong-
Our
is the wrong
child
thing.
sleeping on the bunk bed above us in our like cozy chalet.
That is so funny.
Do
oh
not
my
Urban
God.
Dictionary starfishing. It's
spread out on the bed.
It's not what you're thinking.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
Can we? I want to.
Hijinks.
So I need you to.
Photos on the
Yeah,
Patreon.
yeah. I will.
Yeah, totally.
We'll put photos.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
I'm going to use some like not even coded language, but just like I'm not going to say it explicitly because if you don't want to say it,
Sure.
you don't have to. But you went on a trip related to work, and you slept.
Yeah. Oh, like which one? In a cupboard? in
yeah.
a in
Yeah,
a loft?
that's true.
The other one was the other one.
No. You clarify loft.
Loft. Oh, yeah, 100%. There was a kitchen and an open planned apartment in downtown Los Angeles, and the bed was the crawl space but above the sealed off kitchen and exposed roof that they just slid a futon into. I was sleeping next to those big the silver tubes that like
ducts. The air ducts.
The air ducts.
no, but like the loose ones that are kind of
It was
foil.
actually,
the foil
he was
one,
in the
yeah.
meat. He was in the meat packing
Yeah,
district.
I
It was
was-
actually like the chute for all the innards of the sheep.
where the meat
I'd
goes.
upgraded from cupboard to above the kitchen, which was in an open plan exposed thing. I had no door, I had no privacy. I could look at people making their breakfast over the edge of it. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
I remember
this is-
seeing
this is an upgrade.
photos of that trip, and I was like, how classic that Gus is like.
The cupboard was
been shoved
luxurious
into
by the
a
end.
corner.
That is.
I love
just
that
so
cupboard.
funny.
I miss it.
Your taxpayer dollars at work, ladies. Okay, cool. Well, let's talk about what we've been playing this week. Let's start here.
Sure. I have been playing a strange game. I've been playing Onward on the Oculus Quest, which is a military simulated shooter that's been out on Oculus Rift and a few other VR systems, like high-spec systems for a while. It's just had a Quest port. It is basically, imagine kind of your Arma, your Desert Storm game that is a multiplayer game. There's also single player. People have been really hanging out for this because it's like a main AAA VR experience. Yes, far away.
This isn't Sniper Boat, is it?
No, it's not Sniper Boat. I was going to play that. This one just came out as a port, and the quick footnotes are that it is. I'm one of those people who's more than happy to have a graphical downgrade for the Quest because I love its portability. I'm a big fan of the unit, and everything else.
It plays
usually
in the bath mostly, so you can see why you like it.
And most of the time, it's like usually like, yeah, they had to cut some corners. This is the epitome of like, this is like a bad mobile game or a bad PS2 game, and you can get some side by sides of it next to the original, and it is just criminally downscaled. It looks atrocious. That said, as a military game...
Sounds great.
And again, I'm usually okay with all those like sort of rough edges and low textures, but it is just shocking. But that's because they've had to fit in a lot of game.
Yeah.
But I jumped into it, and the other note I want to add is that I enjoyed a little bit when I played with it, but it is stressful because it's a military sim. There's the soundscapes of being in a real war. The AI come after you. They come at you, and when you're in VR, that's a really terrifying experience.
I can't stop thinking about you having this experience in the bath now since it was
Okay,
mentioned.
don't have a bath. I'm in my living room, with or without pants. That's what we've got.
Do you have one of those trays that you can have like a tea and a book in the bath, which I'm sure
a bath
Steph has?
caddy. I've definitely got one. Yeah.
Guys, this is full room scale. There's no time to sit in the bath. You need to be walking around your living
Sure,
room,
sure.
almost stepping on your cat.
Nevertheless, that's where I see you.
Okay, well, let's keep it there. But no, the strange thing is that the one time I played a lot of VR, but one thing I've really come to grips with now is the idea that if you play a new game and you need to learn how to do something basic like reload your weapon, you go, that's mapped to the X button. So I'll just remember that. And you might run into a firefight and go, what's reload? Is it B? Is it Y? No, it's X. And that might happen a few times, and then you've got it. You know what reload is. In a VR experience, especially a game like this, it's added a lot of steps to every process. You need to put your weapon down, grab your ammo out, press the the correct trigger to eject that, then put the magazine in, then cock the weapon correctly. Which you can do if you just have that little left brain, right brain, sit down and think about what to do. If you're pinned behind a car and there's the sound of bullets hitting you, and you can drop the gun and drop the magazines and forget which trigger it is,
Oh, yeah.
it's amazing because you are literally panicking and you accidentally grabbing the wrong thing. You pull a grenade out, you're like, I don't need that, put it back, and you drop the gun and you pick it up. You can even not holster the gun correctly, so you think you've put it there and you run off into battle and you're, ha-ha, and you turn around and your gun is lying in the sand. And it's like, I've never in a game forgotten my gun. So those little stories.
I had a little bit of that what was that PSVR one that was
Blood and Truth?
Blood and Truth.
Right.
And it's amazing how it takes a shooter experience making you feel really cool to suddenly it being this bumbling Benny Hill scenario.
Totally.
We're like, trying to get your gun out and
It's almost like video games haven't turned you into a killer.
Exactly.
Who goes and murders people.
This is 100% proof of that
I
because
see.
a lot of those games, if you do throw your gun away, it'll wait a second and then it'll magically to you because the game's broken without the game. So
Yeah.
a lot of those ones come up with ways to make sure you don't. The last thing I'll add about this, which is amazing, is that the way they've integrated certain aspects of it. If you want to talk to your teammates who aren't in earshot, you have to lift your arm to your shoulder and click in the radio button and talk into them.
Oh, wow.
And you'll hear them through comms.
cool.
If you want to look at where the objective is, you need to reach around to your back and pull an iPad out and get a moving map. If you want to defuse the bomb, you have to read the code off it and physically type it into the bomb
That's
to
so cool.
stay out of it. If you want your knife, it's up there. If you want, weapons around here, all of which I've left behind me.
Do you feel like you're, I mean, obviously you're not getting workout like you would from like Beat Saber or something, but are
Sure.
you kind of working hard in the sense that you're like trying to maneuver things a lot?
Really, but you do not in a physical like moving a lot, but you do crouch a lot in this because you're
Yeah,
obviously
okay.
hiding behind things and you're putting yourself in really awkward, uncomfortable, probably not good for your back positions kind of thing. So there's a bit of a workout there, but I don't know if I'm going to keep playing it. I'll jump back in from time to time. I played some multiplayer. The one thing is because it's multiplayer, they're not AI walking models, they're human models, so their torsos just float and the legs go it's like everyone just kind of floats around like because it has to map
Do
players
you think
who are in
you'd
a real
keep playing
world.
it if it looked better? Or is it just the...
Actually, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
like-
is. Go
'cause-
have a look online at a side by side, and it is amazing. It's PS2 to PS4.
Between like COD and this and Beard, you've turned into a real like military
fact that I'm-
shooter guy.
Oh, look, they're just a thing I consistently play.
You said that with such distaste.
Well, yeah. No, I had. No,
They're always they're just a happy staple that I always come back to. I do play other fun things in between, but just so happens that
No, it's just interesting that that's you've been drawn towards this.
yeah, in a VR sense, I like a game that tries to do more serious, realistic things, and it takes a military sim for them to do that. So
Yeah, cool.
yeah, I'll play a little bit more. We'll see how we go.
Stephanie,
Well, Pete and I have both been playing Grounded
Together.
together.
And that's, I think, the first time you've ever called me Pete.
I know, I don't like shortenings of names traditionally.
Steffi.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I don't like, I mean, I'm fine when people call me Steph, but I think, I don't know.
So you're going to hear over the top bunk, Pete, Steffi.
Oh,
I need to go to the bathroom.
In fairness, the only people that call me Steffi are my nieces, and they're the only ones that are allowed to.
Fair
So
enough.
if we're role playing this weird child scenario, then I'll accept it. But yes, we've been playing.
Let's start.
I'm so pissed I'm missing this trip.
But yeah, we've been playing Grounded, which
Yep.
is currently in alpha.
It's early access
unnamed
through the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
And on Steam. I think you can
Yep.
buy the early access on Steam.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, it's... who knows? It is early.
It certainly feels alpha.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels-
2021, I think, is what they're saying
Yeah.
for a release date, so
Yeah.
it's still a while away.
And I guess I said that only in the sense that from the trailer, I wasn't expecting. And people told me that it was similar to like a survival game similar to The Forest, which was like pretty janky and like quite brutal. But when I looked at the trailer, I was like, oh, this is kind of like a really slick looking, sort of survival game, but aimed at kids because you play as children in a kind of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids scenario. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be quite as janky as it is. And I'm hoping that it gets a lot better.
When you say janky, it's like the building you want to be really, really satisfying, and the building in it is like a little bit like the blueprints are a bit sticky, and you can't build kind of the way you want a freeform build.
Especially because it looks like Fortnite in terms of the art and design. So you expect it to be as fluid as Fortnite's building mechanic,
yeah.
but it's totally not.
When you make something, it's really satisfying, but it is like frustrating when you hit roadblocks in building design where it's like, oh, well, the wall started there and now you can't build underground, so there's a big gap under your wall just because the terrain is... So it's like,
Oh,
I
just
have to
that
build on
thing.
flat terrain? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of... That limits my creativity because, of course, like, the first thing I did was get killed by an ant, which, I mean, the combat is fun. Like, I think all of it is fun but feels... early access. So, like, I think it's promising. The thing that really excited me about it was the story, because there's like a little... Well, I mean, not that the story is a narrative like The Last of Us, but story is in like... there's actually something driving you through this survival game, because I find like...
There's a reason why you've been shrunk.
But also, yeah, I get over survival games because you play with the mechanics and then you have your fun with the mechanics and then you're done.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like, there's going to be a narrative that pulls you through, hopefully teaches you mechanics as you go, and then you come out the other side being like, oh, I had a survival game and I had a little like story.
Which they often, with those early access survival games, tend to leave right to the last minute, I find. They almost tack them on at the end. It seems to be like, here's a cool mechanic, here's a cool setting, here's how this works. And similar things like The Forest, it had, elements of the story. And you're like, wonder what this is going to be.
plane crash at the start
The plane
and
crash at the
stuff.
start. And then you just kind of hit this point, you're like, oh, it's not that I can't find the story, it's just not there yet.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if Rust, but there are some other examples I'm trying to think of.
Ark.
Again, Ark, they just suddenly start fleshing out, which is proof that it was successful and a fun game.
Yeah.
But I think Subnautica, same thing. They built a really great campaign around that. So
Subnautica had a good mystery.
they filled it out.
Yeah.
But this looks like it has a little more at the front. There's all the voice acting. There's different cast of kids.
Yeah,
and
there's characters.
Yeah.
Like you play as one of a suite of characters and you interact with characters in the tiny amount of story that's in this like demo, effectively.
Yeah.
There's literally one quest, and then the second quest is like, there's going to be a story.
Yeah.
So
I feel like where it shines at the moment is really in the sort of world design. You really do feel like you're in a shrunk down garden, and you're a shrunk down person in a big garden, and you're drinking like dewdrops off fallen leaves, and you're kind of hacking down blades of grass to build a house and put clover leaves as the roof, and you need to craft different tools to be able to break certain things, and the creature interaction is just like horrifying. And that is, I think, where we found most of, apart from the building, most of our frustration is that, like, if you encounter a spider, which is often because it's not like a huge play space and they're just like randomly roaming, they can kind of one hit kill you.
Oh, yeah.
And, they kind of just hang around for ages, and it becomes really, one person kind of has to sort of sacrifice themselves and kite them away and hope that the spider doesn't come back. But it's really... it's really difficult. We managed to successfully take down a ladybug by firing like 1,000 arrows into it. A ladybug
Those
sounds sweet, but once
aggressive
you
We did aggro it though.
we did aggro it.
But we wanted to aggro it
They're
so we could
wholly
build a better
peaceful
axe.
creatures, but
How did you aggro it?
Shot it with an arrow
fun
in the
of it.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
you can make arrows out of thistle needles. It's very cute.
There's so much
Generation,
straight from
yeah.
that decision to choose that aesthetic and that setting. There is just like the mind boggles with the fun things you could do both in crafting and like giant set pieces and stuff that you
Yeah.
could do just by dropping a cool. I think you run around like on a Walkman or something, and it's
Yeah.
just like even just seeing that in a trailer, I was like, oh, the things you could come up with here would be brilliant if they expand on it.
Kit Carnage says ladybugs are carnivorous.
They
What?
are.
yeah,
Well,
they eat
aphids.
aphids.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but aphids are like tiny and useless.
Yeah, but not on the scale of aphids and ladybugs.
Sure.
On our scale, sure.
That's
they're
like
shit.
that's like a
but
horse
on
eating a cat.
an aphid scale, it's like its whole existence is like it's the most special thing in the world. Then
The body mass thing must be similar to. Actually, it'd be way off. But like, think of it like blue whales eating krill.
yeah, yeah.
That's just mean.
And I've seen Happy Feet too because George gave us that.
Yeah, when he sent us
and
the,
we watched it
when he
and
sent us
it
the
was-
link before it came
Yeah,
out. it was
totally.
like,
And the
"Can
krill
you
and
guys
that are
just do an edit
adorable."
pass on this
Ah,
for me, and it was
good
like, all
times.
right, yeah, we'll spend the weekend. Don't worry, George.
You're gonna have a fun weekend.
I just want to let you know that
Happy Feet, Happy Pete.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Do the nod again. Yeah.
I just want to let you know that I would have had the dignity to sleep in my car and not disrupt the little love nest that you guys got going.
Thank you, Nick.
-4.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Okay, cool. I've played a tiny bit of Grounded, and you will see that next week. I didn't. Not nearly as much as what you've done. I like a lot of it. I found it hard to control. Like I couldn't find a good spot between first person and third person. And running around, it felt like I never really felt like I was totally in control of the movement of the character. Picking things up was a pain in the
Yeah.
ass. Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
tiny little reticle that hovers over things.
It is
just
it-
like
I think
it-
it is
it-
technically centered, but feels off when you're in third person. It feels better to play in third
But then
person
why
because
does
the
it-
FOV is weird.
yeah.
So you can, but there is a scale for
You
FOV
put the
and stuff,
cursor over it and it populates the thing like press X to pick this up, but then
Yeah.
it's still not, it doesn't let you pick it up until you move it into a particular spot. Like, why show you that that's an option to collect if it's not in
Yeah.
the right spot? It's very,
I mean,
there's
that's the
lots
stuff
of
they're
very
gonna
annoying
hopefully
stuff.
iron out.
Oh, you better friggin' hope so. They've got a year.
And that opening font title, but we'll cover that another time.
We'll cover that in a different cut down. Palmster just gifted a bunch of subs to people in the chat.
Hey.
Ah,
So
that's
congratulations to Multifish, Random Sarah, Kevstar, GTA MIP, and Aussie Viking. Okay, cool. I have been. What do you want? This?
Yeah,
Further-
yeah. a bit
further
more
away?
Am I too close?
You
Too
just
far
move,
away?
you move
Too
in and
close,
scream
too
at
close.
them.
Oh my goodness.
I did it
Think of it.
before in a
You-
wide, so I feel like we should tell everyone
Nick-
this is how Pete's told us to measure the distance. We're not just like
It's
making
not
lewd
toking.
hand gestures or toking.
Is it
Mine's
toking or
always too far
token?
away.
I don't know.
don't
I think
know. None of us.
toking.
Token.
You'd have toke.
Yeah, I thought it was like chuckers from when you're surfing, like radical.
That is shuckers as well.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's go with that one. But
We-
that's how we're measuring the
surface.
distance, so we don't get too loud.
So I've been playing the game because I played a little bit Grounded. I played some Fall Guys, very enjoyable. I've been playing Dark Souls 3. Yes.
Should we just clarify? The Grounded is going to be in a playback for next week.
Yes,
Which,
yes. Yeah.
if anyone didn't catch, the previous was Necro Barista that we teased, and that one should be up next Tuesday. That's when we're going to be dropping those at this stage.
Absolutely. I've been playing a bit of Dark Souls 3. Just replaying that. But the game I've played the most this week, Good Sudoku, which is on my phone. So I'm a phone gamer now. So I'm a real gamer. I'm like your parents. This is Zach Gage, who made like Spell Tower and really bad chess. Like he makes awesome, very cool, clean mobile puzzle games.
Yes.
And he and a friend wanted to, Nick is old, it says Hamish McKenzie. He and a friend wanted to learn how to play Sudoku. There were no apps that did a really good job at it, so they designed their own.
Okay.
So it basically takes the game, and then it is Sudoku, but it adds all these tools on it that make you a better player. So things
nice.
of like, if you hit a number, it shows you where in that puzzle all the options that number could go
Right. It starts
now.
to limit it down kind of
Yeah.
thing.
So there's lots of stuff like that where it's like it like helps you play the game, but adds these different mechanics on that you can either choose to use or not use. This is all very boring, but I have genuinely become a better Sudoku player over the course of the week because of this. I have progressed the advanced puzzles, and I expect you all to be very impressed by that. Stephanie, stop falling asleep.
Okay. We've lost her.
Okay, so
Lost her.
She's more of a cryptic crossword girl.
so
She's
let
a
me tell
laugh
you.
sleeper as well, apparently.
Imagine Steph is a 3, and Gus is a 4,
Yeah.
and you are blank.
Or what am I then?
Well,
You need context, don't
this is
you?
what you want.
You need more
so
context.
I'm gonna
enough
need another like 42 or however many people are in a Sudoku puzzle to come into the studio and line up, and we'll just figure this out. Anyway, it is it's very good.
Because can I say the reason I never got into Sudoku is because in newspapers you just make a mess if you were getting it wrong and wrong.
Yeah.
And a digital version, obviously, you can replace the number, so you can keep trial and erroring.
Use
Versus
a pencil.
on a newspaper.
Animal.
Who's the real old man?
Yeah, totally.
And a pencil with an eraser.
He's got a newspaper and his glasses pulled down to the tip of his nose.
Everyone was very impressed by your bassy
tears, too.
snore as well.
Thank you.
wow.
thank
Something else Gus has to look forward to.
I'm a method actor.
Oh,
so.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Pete snores
I
so
snore.
bad.
Oh, yeah, he really does.
No, like 2 rooms away at E3 bad.
No, you mean you were in the closet in my room. Oh, but then we went the second time. Yeah.
Oh my god! Pay your employees
How
properly.
many closets has Gus slept in?
Well, that was the closet one. And then there was the weird loft one.
But then there was the one we had rooms to
no, he
apart.
does. He does. He snores really loud.
Like chainsaw through a
Yeah.
wood chipper style.
If anyone would like any tips, DM me and I'll.
On how to snore.
Yeah.
Do you want tips to slap him in the face and be like,
You'll have that opportunity. It's fine.
Gus, you were snoring a lot the night that I carried you home.
okay,
What is happening on this broadcast?
this is a story for
I
the
don't
post show.
That's a post-show
That's a
story.
post show
for sure.
story. So everyone who stick around after this on Patreon.
The other thing that I've just started playing, I don't understand it yet, and I haven't properly played a game of it yet. I just saw a bunch of people playing it on Twitter. I opened it up. It's called Blazeball. Blase Ball. My team is the Breckenridge. No, I nearly joined the Breckenridge Jazz Hands. My team is the Canada Moist Talkers. This is some sort of like in-browser clicker, baseball, sim, weird peanut gallery, unlock hidden rule books.
You had me a peanut.
Discipline game. It's
That sounds up your alley.
I've seen a bunch of people tweet about it, and most of the people who are playing it don't understand how to play it. If you're playing Blazeball, please let me know so I can learn how to play Blazeball. But I've joined up. I'm a moist talker, and the first game I think is happening in like 45 minutes. So
Nice.
I've been playing weird games this week.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun
That
little collection
said,
of things.
weird games, but you would have looked normal on your phone in bed with your kids asleep, whereas I'm pantsless in my bath, screaming, trying to pick up ammunition.
It's true.
You waddling
waddling
should be
away without
pantless
a
in your
gun.
bath.
Sorry?
You should be pantless.
That's true.
Pantless
In fact, pantless in your bath suggests that you're fully dressed everywhere else, and that's weird.
That is
Yeah.
strange.
Because pantless, that's the only part that you're not
That's why
wearing.
torso gets cold when I'm in the bath, so I like to wear a
'Cause you
wear a
haven't-
fat like jumper while I'm in the bath. We're off topic.
Show us your
Fat.
back, Tat.
You're my back tat.
Here I am.
I don't like whatever is happening.
Let's get this moving.
I think
I
you
tried
guys
to
need have
search
your
for
own thing.
Blazeball, but I'm just getting some kind of UK-based barbecue company.
No. Are you using a Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
BLASE.
Blase ball.
Oh, blase ball.
It's
That's
like,
when you just turn up and don't bother to throw a pitch.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So check it out, please. Someone tell me how to play this stupid
I
game.
feel like we should swing on to the old newsy.
Should we continue and find out what happened this week?
Sounds good.
Let's find out what happened this week in video games.
This is going to work.
It's the news.
It is the news. It is the backup, and the backup is brought to you by hero pocketeer Tim from the Learn Programming Academy. If you want to learn programming from a man called Tim, then Tim from the Learn Programming Academy is the team you want to learn programming from in an academy setting. Not only is Tim an absolute gun programmer, maestro, he's crazy because he wants to share that knowledge with you, and knowledge is power. Tim, don't share your power. My goodness. Tim makes these amazing tutorials on programming. Learn to programming with the Learn Programming Academy. He's also an OG pocketeer. He's been around since the beginning, not like some of you scumbags who joined because of the wild success that I've had on the OPL. It is like he was there when we played Dark Souls. He was there at other points, I'm sure. Jolene, he was there for Jolene.
Oh, that's early. That discourse was like week 1.
You know what?
Episode 2?
Yeah,
3?
something like
2 or
that.
3?
You know what name he knew? Michael Hing. Shh.
don't talk about
Oh.
Knew that name. So Tim has been around from the beginning. He has
Who
created.
should not be named.
He's doing pretty well for himself now, I think.
He has also created a PDF, which sounds less impressive because I did talk about how he programmed a bunch of shit. And it's like, Tim, you could have made a website, but it's
But
he
he
made a
coded
PDF.
the PDF.
He
Did he code it?
I'm sure. Well, how else do you make a PDF?
With a
Photoshop?
PDF app.
Yeah, but that codes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
must- he
using a
must-
microwave to heat up a meal. I still heated it up.
yeah,
Sounds like
you
you
made
did.
the microwave. You invented the microwave.
Yeah, okay, that works. So Tim, he's created a PDF to explain what he does and all the services he offers. But in that PDF, he talks a bunch about being a Pocketeer, about Pocket, and a bunch about me. So I reckon it's a really good read. So if you go to lpa.dev/backpocket, or if you're in chat right now, just hit ! And then write the word Tim, then you're going to get a link to that, a link to the Learn Programming Academy, and get some programming into you. That was like the friggin' longest sponsor plug.
That
That was nice.
I think we spent more on Tim than we did on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And they deserve it. So thank you very much, Tim, for sponsoring the news. Let's get into the news. Who wants to start?
Sure, I'll kick it off. The news in entertainment.
God, the chat is going off with ! Tim.
I know.
Hey,
It's
Tim,
great.
Tim.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Awesome.
there's a timer on that. So.
Very good. In video game movie news, fans of video game movies will be excited to know that the Beyond Good and Evil.
Sorry, question. Are there any fans of video games?
Not anymore, I don't know. But this could bring it back. I
Yep.
think video game TV series, which I'll get onto in a second, are doing better. But the director of the Detective Pikachu film, Rob Letterman, has signed on to make a Beyond Good and Evil film. Which is is it Michelle Ancel did the Beyond Good and Evil series?
Yes.
Yes, which is still waiting on Beyond Good and Evil 2, I believe, which is downscaling from an open world after Ubisoft have decided to do less open worlds.
Is it really?
Apparently, that was something they said they're working on because they had lofty expectations of being a very.
But I've seen demos of it at
Of course, I
Ubisoft
think
Expo
it's
South.
going to be a little less
Slick
task.
as.
It's going to be less task orientated in the way that Ubisoft games might.
Right,
be.
okay.
It was like the scale of it was
The scale is
epic.
huge. You
The
zoom out and
goal
look
of
at
that game
it from.
was
I think
huge.
scale was the wrong way to put it, but yeah, a little less Ubisoft focused. But there is going to be a film about it. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's an incredible universe, the Beyond Good and Evil series. Only
that
obviously
pig.
one game, and this trailer was the one from E3, I think, a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
that
2017, I think.
I think has heaps of potential as long as they do the thing that
This
successful
has that beautiful
spin-offs.
explosion at the end of it, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, in space.
Successful spin-offs these days take the universe and play around in it. I'm
Yes.
talking Watchmen, use it as a blueprint and then jump off in a different direction. So that could be really exciting. But again, it's going to be a film.
It's going to come out before the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, could.
But
do.
maybe
At
that
this-
will get people more into it. Like, it's
Maybe.
just going to feed.
Good marketing.
To
for
us?
us.
You're pointing to me.
Oh,
I was
you're
like,
gonna-
I was like, I'm
Leave it
sitting
on,
as
fine.
close as I can.
Well, but for fans of TV, Netflix has announced. Oh, sorry, Netflix wasn't doing the film. That was my mistake. This is just a film being made. Netflix has announced that they are going to make a Splinter Cell animated series, which is going to be an anime. And that's also in line with there's going to be a Cuphead animated series, which I'm really excited about because I can just see that working perfectly. Cool little story, great animation style. But they are going to make a Splinter Cell and apparently Dragon's Dogma. They're going to do a series about that.
Oh,
which is just cool.
I loved Dragon's
I love the
Dogma.
game.
Dragon's Dogma animated still? I
Yeah,
imagine. 'cause
I
of the-
assume so.
the budget.
Animated.
What style of animation?
Well, I'm hoping it's kind of in the vein of the Castlevania series that they've done, which is
Yeah,
that
right.
traditional anime, which I love. I
vein.
just burnt through the 3rd season of that, and big fan of the Castlevania adaptation. Had that really cool, I think, a Western director, but using a very Eastern anime style. So it had it was great, very bloody, rated R. And so Splinter Cell is an animated one as an anime. I kind of think that would have been better live action.
Yeah, well,
It's the one where you could get a human and run around empty
Ah,
warehouses.
see, I don't know.
like-
I think anime it could be really stylistically cool. to
Totally.
see a
I just think,
Splinter Cell.
Castlevania, you've got to put in a giant floating castle, thousands of vampire monsters and all this kind of stuff.
you're saying
Whereas-
there's nothing that's in Splinter Cell that you couldn't achieve with like just
Totally.
CGI and
Yeah, so,
Fair.
but maybe just
Michael
filming
Ironside.
people in real life is such a challenge these
I
days.
just feel like a Splinter. It could be really soulless if you tried to make a live action Splinter.
You're right. It could be like a sort of very grey style CIA.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, there's a
boardrooms
lot
and
of
not
there's a
much
lot of
action.
like procedural cop drama, like Jack Ryan already exists.
Totally.
So it's like, yeah, at least they can do something cool with it, and people won't because it's animated, people aren't going to get mad that you can see his goggle light still. Because it's so iconic, but it's like,
It'll do things
that's
like
the stupidest thing ever
he'll
for a
zip
spy
through
to
the
have
room
on
and
you.
he'll have like he'll zip through the room and he'll have like the green trails like an Akira like move
yeah,
through.
yeah,
It'll do
Yeah,
something cool and
it'll look
stylish.
sick.
So,
It'll look sick.
Probably another alligator.
I hope that's good. The Beyond Good and Evil, it is Netflix, by the way. It
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Right,
they
sorry,
both are. So that's 3 shows now that Ubisoft have. They have that, they have these 2, and then they also have Mythic Quest. They're just turning
Do you
into
think
TV
they're
advertising.
ever... Mythic Quest was surprisingly good.
That one episode was great. That flashback episode.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
It's like everyone was saying, wait till you get to episode, I think 8 it was. Yeah, that was surprisingly good. I just hope they don't give up on Assassin's Creed because the film was just so disappointing, but obviously it's
I mean, give up like for TV and movies, or
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I just feel like, it was a poor effort off the bat, but like it can be reclaimed and you could make something really cool.
I agree. I would have gone with Assassin's Creed over Splinter Cell because to me, there's nothing interesting about the Splinter Cell universe,
Yeah.
which potentially gives them a huge amount of scope to be able to put something in there. But Splinter Cell is fun because the mechanics of that game is fun. Like, it's a stealth game. It is entirely mechanics driven that makes that game entertaining. Beyond Good and Evil is like, there's a whole friggin' universe that you can fill out. And the same with Assassin's Creed, where you go, you can put a cool story in this. Where Splinter Cell, I'm like, oh, it's just going to be some like awesome dude who's great at not being seen.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
right.
the animator's like great
the Assassin's
black.
Creed
I can
film just focused too much on setup and not enough on cool assassin-y stuff.
And that weird fucking arm. You know the arm that they put Michael
Yeah,
Fassbender
yeah,
in?
yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was like that
Oh,
was the
yeah.
arm,
Yeah.
the armatus.
They built that set
Kinda
and they were
fun.
like, well, now we have to shoot half the film in.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we can keep an eye on Netflix for those. Stephanie.
Well, I feel like we should talk about whether or not E3 has relevancy anymore since we didn't get one this year and games seem to be doing fine without it, which breaks my heart because as someone who has been fortunate to go to a bunch of E3s, I really feel like from like a journalistic perspective, there's nothing that replaces it. Being able to be there in the room and being able to, see all those press conferences and interview developers and get hands-on with games all within close proximity of each other, it just really sets you up for the
Coughing
year ahead.
on each other.
Yeah, coughing on it, yeah. But I obviously Sony weren't going to be part of E3 this year, even before COVID was a thing. Nintendo haven't done it for years. They've always just done their Nintendo Direct, which is a digital press conference anyway. And, with the announcement of the new consoles and everything, it's like, I don't know, they seem to be doing fine. Everyone's been tuning in.
Yeah.
And I think all of the big budget games that are coming out seem to be, getting lots of attention in spite of the fact that the conference hasn't gone ahead. I think then the issue is that smaller games are likely to suffer from it because there are a lot of games that perhaps wouldn't get so much attention were they not alongside the larger games that draw attention from the press at a big show like that. So I feel like what sucks about that is that they're going to have to kind of rely on forming partnerships with platform holders and larger publishers in order to get noticed and get seen, which is a little bit heartbreaking.
I mean, you do have things like the Devolver press conference that they do and they release as well, but they had theirs is such an extravagant kind of weird sitcom, gory, strange expression of independence that I had to skim through it to find the game.
And also, yes, they put on a show, but also they have Devolver have a particular brand as well.
Yeah.
So games that get picked up by Devolver,
They have to fit
are
within
of an ilk.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're often bloody, violent,
You're right. So
quirky
there
in
are-
weird ways. Like
There are other indies that aren't from Devolver.
you wouldn't see Paperbark, that beautiful
Yeah.
Australian game about
I think
wombats.
Hatterful
painting the
Boyfriend
world as
2
a
was a Devolver game.
I think you might be right. I mean, it's
still
still
feel
That was
like
lovely.
I still feel like that falls under the same category of being like.
Yeah, but that
if
was
not- if
about
not-
bird sex. So, like, I don't know if you're like,
Romantic bird sex.
Yeah, but-
sorry, bird
Nick.
love making, Stephanie.
it's either a meme or like a cool
Yeah.
thing, like
bird
visually
sex.
cool, like bird
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right. There is a chance that. That said, can I ask a question, a loaded question? When was the last year you went to E3?
Last year.
Okay, right. Did you feel that there was this kind of like it had transformed into less of a press kind of
Yes, but
event and more about that sort of. It is for the.
Last year or the year before?
no, I don't think so.
Either way, it's very recent. More recent than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was tending to get the feeling that it was less and less about the press and the announcements and more for the people.
I don't think so. I think if anything, the stuff that's missing is like they've trimmed the fat. I remember going there and like I think one year. Did you go? There was one year that there was like Cirque du Soleil performed.
This is the thing. The first year I went, they trimmed all the fat. I got no.
I went there one
cameos,
year and I
no free
remember seeing
giveaways.
some.
I got of a fridge.
I slept on her fridge. I slept in a cupboard. Corners were cut.
I remember seeing like this massive showy PlayStation conference and then the stage like ripped apart and it was like Jane's Addiction are playing and then it was like this huge party happened and I was like, where am I? It would just seem so like unnecessarily extravagant. And I feel like now it's very much like games and that's it.
Yeah.
Like there's no like fancy parties and
Well,
stuff,
the
which is
big-
really as it should be.
True, but the big thing they were announcing this year was they were going to have game-tainment or Q-tainment. So there were going to be so many members of the public buying tickets to go that they were going to flood the floor with people queuing up to play hands-on with games, which was the direction they were thinking of going, that they were coming up with ways for people to be entertained in the queues that some people wait in for upwards of a day to get into the event.
Yeah,
Again,
but I
I'm
guess
just being jaded
from a journalist perspective, you get all of your interviews lined up anyway through PR. So you're never kind of waiting in lines to just get hands-on with stuff on the floor.
You're literally running from meeting to meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not really an issue. I had no problem with it becoming a show that they opened up to the public.
Yeah.
If people want to stand in lines for ages to play 5 seconds of a game, then that's like totally their prerogative. But like, I just think for journalists, I think it was like a really important show, and I'm sad that it's ending.
Yeah.
Even though I understand that it's very expensive.
The interesting thing though is, do we need journalists? Because that seems to be the thing. Because there was this super data, which is part of Nielsen, research report that looked into it, and all the streams that have happened this year have gotten better numbers than what happened last year. So, like the Ubisoft Twitch broadcast last year, E3 2019, got 0.75 million people watching, and Ubisoft Forward this year got 1.02 million people watching.
I think with the amount of people that are review bombing at the moment, we absolutely need journalists because I feel.
Sorry, I didn't mean do we need journalists, but do we need journalists
To be
covering this stuff? Do we need
I
people
see.
going to this
to
thing?
reconstitute the information into their own version.
Because
of it.
basically now, all the data is like E3 for Nintendo, E3 2019, Xbox and Game Awards, all 2019, all had lower viewership by nearly half than the PlayStation 5 reveal, which is entirely online this year. So the idea that companies are owning their thing seems to actually be working better for consumers watching it than cramming everything in 1 week. Even though that 1 week, I missed the special feeling of it. And instead, what we have is a close-up of Jeff Keighley's face in his office, introducing the Summer of Games and playing with like
But also, like,
Shock 5 for 40 minutes.
Totally, and that happened this year. And like, it's interesting that obviously COVID has forced the hand of E3 to kind of move almost entirely online, but entirely online, and not really call itself E3. But the going ahead, like what we've seen from Apple presses, like their video package. Microsoft's one was really fucking slick as well. Like I'm totally cool with seeing packages that they put together that are really slick.
Yeah.
And obviously Keighley would do something that's not in his bedroom if he could.
Better soon.
And next year he'll
Call
be
us,
back.
Keighley.
Yeah.
We got a whole studio.
Yeah, come on in. But yeah, like I think we proved that they're willing to put in the effort to make really good looking and really tight packages as well. Like Nintendo led the way with Direct.
Yeah.
They've been nailing those for years.
Yep.
And everyone followed suit and did a really good job of following suit. Ubisoft, PlayStation, Xbox all did a really good job of following suit. So now it becomes less about a show and all about content and messaging.
Yep.
And they've got to get their messaging right.
And about like owning a month as opposed to like trying to own a day in a year.
I think like E3 is fantastic, but I always get flustered by the amount of stuff that happens in 1 week as well. Whereas
I just find it so exciting.
It is
and the
exciting.
vibe, guys,
I don't
the
think
vibe.
But
Every
it is. Sorry, you go.
Every year I've gone through and at the end of it been so exhausted and then thought a trailer has snuck by, or at least like 6 trailers have snuck by that I would have been that I am still interested in. I haven't missed the game by any means, but there's that much of a plethora of games and announcements that so many can get by you as well. And I think spacing it out and having these months or weeks, or just chances for these publishers to sort of own a time slot. Yeah, I'm all for it. I think I can see the advantage.
Potty Top makes a valid point that says everyone has time to watch streams right now because they're in lockdown and couldn't be out working. Nothing to do with the presentations being online only.
I think like that totally, absolutely is part of it, but I guarantee next year it will be just
Double
as high.
again.
Yeah, because it's a more efficient way of doing this. You get Ubisoft Forward gets to have all the build up and everything gets to be entirely by itself. They get to do it on their own terms. There's none of the like cringe of like live demos and that sort of thing. You get like cool hype coming up and out of it, and also the idea that you can do like Xbox just had one. Fucking 3 weeks ago that we covered it, and they've got another one coming up this month.
Yeah.
And you just keep rolling these bad boys out.
Yeah, there's that. It is sad that only Nintendo will forge ahead with doing stupid stuff in directs.
Yeah.
That is funny and memeable because like there's no way Microsoft are going to record a thing like and send it up the chain to get approved, and they're going to see some guy going, Peggle 2! and Steve Ballmer's going to be there like, print it. Yeah. Let's get
In that cool room that they were all standing in a couple of weeks ago.
spacey room.
Yeah, cool. Okay, great. Pete.
Speaking of, and I'll try and power through some stuff because I know we spend a lot of time on different stories, but I've got a bunch because I think I was really impressed by Microsoft over the last week with a bunch of like announcements that I think are cool. First off, Halo Infinite's multiplayer. You've got it there? Yes.
Oh no, just not the multiplayer, but this is the trailer we saw from the from the
That's
showcase.
Infinite player. Confirmed, Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play
On all platforms.
on all platforms, all Xbox platforms.
that it's available on.
Yeah, so that's amazing. I think that's like what we've been talking about, what COD should be doing for years, is
And which COD
build a game as a service, and COD still coming out every year, buy the new game.
Well, but they're at least doing that thing with Warzone, which is Warzone's free to play. The multiplayer isn't, so you can have that installed on your machine and be playing it just
Totally.
that one mode. In this case, Halo's multiplayer.
And obviously, like Halo Infinite is a 10-year plan for Microsoft, so
Yep.
it's cool that they're going to get a bunch of people in. It will be cross-platform as well, so like we're going to have a bunch of people. I mean, if anyone buys an Xbox Series X, they're probably just going to buy a PC. Let's face it, but and play it through Xbox Game Pass,
Sure.
which is sick. Speaking of Project xCloud, launching September 15 in 22 markets, not confirmed Australia. But xCloud is their
Stadia streaming.
Stadia, which
I hope it's not their Stadia.
yeah, hopefully a working version of what Stadia is trying to be.
Well, at least it has games. Stadia works fine. It's just that it has
Yeah.
nothing to play. That you don't have to purchase in the first place, and that you haven't already played. Bullshit.
Bullshit is the right sentiment. So it's going to, in the countries that it rolls out in, merge with Ultimate Game Pass, which a bunch of people already have. You just get it with Ultimate Game Pass, and you can play Halo Infinite on your phone the day that it comes out on your Android device.
Which won't happen that seamlessly, but I love saying that stuff when we get to make early announcements
Yeah,
like this.
like I think
It's
you know,
like-
They'll get there. Yeah,
They will get there,
But
but it's that day one of it rolling out, going like, I love just the dream of that, of going, I'm just going to switch over to my
Yeah.
phone. Still put that like mount on a controller and sit on a bus and be like, I'm on a bus. I'm allowed to be outside.
it sounds
this
nice.
game.
It sounds nice.
yeah, we finally get outside, and all we do is play video games again.
The other, well, I got a few quick things to get through. All controllers that you can use with your Xbox One will work on the Xbox Series X as well. So that's like all the adaptive controllers and stuff like that as well. Every fucking button that works now will work with the Series X, which I think is just really cool. And also, of course, they put that out because Sony confirmed that you have to buy a DualShock 5. So
Yeah.
well, you know, again, part of the messaging wars of this console generation is like, we've got an SSD, we've got a faster SSD. Like, okay, whatever. But that is cool because it's not just like
my
if it was
precious
just-
Sea of Thieves controller can live on.
Totally. Like there's always custom controls that people buy that look sick and they want to keep playing with. And the adaptive controller thing, I think,
That's
is like
they put a huge amount of effort to that, and rightly so.
so important for people to be able to just move those straight across.
Yeah,
and plug
Yeah.
them
and I'm sure
into the
people
system.
even seeing how those worked. People had to spend a lot of time with them even from early on, working out how to put them together with their systems they already had and have their ideal setup. So that'd be a lot of work, which is great news.
Tiny piece of news for me. Master Chief Collection is getting cross-platform support between PC and Xbox One before the end of the year. And they're doing that by allowing Xbox One to use mouse and keyboard. So it just means that because there's only like 50 people playing, at least they'll all be able to play together.
51 now.
And the last little bit is that Xbox Series X approved sticker.
Oh, yeah, so ugly.
That monstrosity. Yeah. It's like the most hideous thing. Actually, I put the picture in the document if you want to.
Let me see if I can play around.
I'll give you a second to bring it up just so people can see it because it is heinous. But they got trolled so hard for that they're not going to put it on their boxes.
That's so good.
That should take you straight to the picture.
Yeah, that is just...
Oh, yeah, ew.
It's like,
enormous.
it's optimized for Series X.
I looked this up when we were doing our showcase stream. I was like, I'll get the branding of Series X. And I saw that, I'm like, haha, someone's made a fake one. And then I got and I was like, dear God, that's it. Yeah.
And that's 1-to-1 scale as well. So, yeah, it was so ugly.
Wow.
Okay,
that's
cool.
me done, that's me done.
Well, that's good news for very specifically you. I feel like 90% of what that news was. So my thing is that at the end of I think it was either just after we finished our show last week or maybe just before, but there was an Marvel Avengers.
What do they call it?
War table?
Yes.
I think it's War table. Yeah. Where they're talking about the game. So this game, when it got revealed, I was like, this looks terrible. This looks so bad. It looks graphically boring. The gameplay looked dull. I was so just not into it. And then they've started drip feeding more information out, and I think I'm getting a little more excited about it. I'm not 100% there yet.
Give some sound.
I'm still trying to like find the real fun, but the more they're showing and telling me about the games, the more I'm getting interested in it. This one was a big sort of pitch for what their beta is going to be.
I got it.
Their beta is running this month at various times, but it starts with that Golden Gate Bridge mission that we saw in the first big reveal, and then you get single-player missions and co-op war zones that you get to play either co-op or by yourself. You can play as Iron Man, Kamala Khan, who's Ms. Marvel, Black Widow, and the Hulk, and then it shows off some of the customization and that sort of thing. So the vibe that I'm getting from it is that it's much more like, which people were saying last year, but it just looked trash then for whatever reason. It's much more like Destiny.
Yeah, that's the thing I kept hearing. That I was like,
The Division, I suppose, a bit.
Sure.
But I for whatever reason, I've watched both of these war tables now, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of now vibing on Marvel Avengers, which I was not before at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking for a live service game to go along with Destiny, and this could be it if they don't fuck it up too much. A couple of the cool things that I noted from that thing is that there's a heap of skill optimization. There's like 3 pages per character, so you get to really tweak them. When you play solo, because I don't play a lot with friends. I don't go away on holidays with friends. I don't play video games.
I told you, he never comes anywhere.
do you want to play this beta?
I barely go out to restaurants with friends. I don't really have any
Yeah,
friends.
for sure.
Do you want to be my friend? Send me a message, and I'll never reply to you.
He'll tell you he wants to be your friend, and then you'll invite him to something, and he'll say no and never speak to you again.
You be Hulk. I'll be Captain Marvel.
And George can be Spider-Man.
Right. Well, George better own a PlayStation. But when you play by yourself, there are still missions where you need co-op. It doesn't just bring in like generic Hulk, generic whatever. It brings in the Hulk that you've been playing and customizing and building in the playstyle that you'd like. So you can level up all these different characters. And then when you go out on these solo group missions, then those customized players with like characters with all the right skins and the builds that you like and stuff come out. I thought that was really cool as a way of going like, you can kind of like not offline, but like in the not group stuff, play as all 4 of those people, and then when you get together, you are super teaming yourself.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's neat.
And I think a thing it's avoiding there is like, if it does follow some of those Destiny tropes, which is, there's a really enjoyable replayability to missions in Destiny because the shooting is so tight and it feels great. And if they translate a brawler in that same vein, you want to go back and replay these missions. But if you want to level up all those characters, you do have that thing where you start to get the repetition of going back and doing those missions. It's like, I did it as Iron Man. I'm now going back to do the same thing, hear the same weird audio cutscenes and everything. You've awoken the Hive, and you're like, I'm doing it as Hulk now.
It is that thing that if they want to be the Destiny of superheroes. Destiny, most of the combat design in Destiny is not particularly interesting. Most of it is just like there are enemies in different locations on the map that you come and engage. The dungeons are really cool, and some of the strikes are well designed, and there's some more crafted stuff. But the shooting feels so good, that is why you keep coming back to it. So you have to balance all the behaviors of all the characters in this. If brawling looks amazing and feels amazing, then that is what will bring me back. And I had not seen much of Ms. Marvel before these came out, like in terms of her gameplay, and her super weird stretchy arms, so cool. She has like a grapple hook arm, which is just her arm stretched out and just grabs onto a light pole and just like lifts off. So she actually looks like she could be a blast to play as.
It's so
see, look at those giant arms.
She goes giant as well. She stretches
she gets,
everything.
She gets
Yeah.
massive. It's so amazing as well because I feel like when we first started to get superhero games, they were always really dodgy movie tie-in games back when that was like a real issue.
Yeah.
And I feel like for such a long time, superhero games were tainted in my mind because of that. They were always kind of shoehorned along with films.
They were
and
super linear.
really just budget in the worst way. And now all of a sudden the MCU has just like blown up in terms of its popularity in pop culture as a whole, that like, time is being spent on making these games incredible. And it's so awesome that we're here now.
Totally. And just finally, I think like that super linear focused mission stuff doesn't work. And then the opposite, which is like, hey, let's make an open world superhero game, also doesn't work through a couple of I think it was DC Online, that make your own hero.
I want that to work so bad.
I think everyone did. Make your own hero, but then you're in a lobby with 100 other weird coloured sort of my underpants to your spandex mask. Whereas here, I think they're hoping to find that balance. It's sort of slightly open world with sort of focus mission structure and choose which mission you want to play at which time. So maybe that might be the right combination.
I think like I'm far enough past that initial trailer as well, and past like Avengers Endgame or whatever the last Avengers movie was, that I'm like, I'm going to be okay not hearing Robert Downey Jr.'s voice.
I mean, that was like that timing for that was terrible.
Yeah,
it was like it was when Endgame
It was
came out.
between Infinity War and Endgame, and they were going, here's Nolan North doing every other voice.
So
Nolan North plays everyone in this game as far as I'm aware.
He does, he does a great Ms. Marvel. I don't want to go on the record as saying I'm like in for this, but I am tentatively excited, and I'm going to keep checking it out. Anything else?
Yeah, I just want to quickly talk about Anita Sarkeesian's new Hotline for people who play games and people who make games. Anita Sarkeesian, of course, famous for her Femme Frequency video series on female representation in games. She has created a hotline called the Games and Online Harassment Hotline, and it was born out of the Me Too movement that's been going on in the games industry. It is currently only available to US residents, but I think it's just interesting to talk about that it exists because, you can call up this hotline and talk to someone who specifically understands the games industry and is trained in mental health support or can direct you to additional services if that's necessary.
You're right.
So
like, if you're getting like trolled in a game or harassed
in your workplace, if you're just getting stalked or just a victim
getting
of
stalked. Like, I'm just getting stalked.
Just a little
well,
but do you mean in your or normal workplace, or like specifically if you work at a game dev studio?
If you work at a game,
so they'll
dev
understand the culture of the kind of harassment.
Obviously still there's a bit of a disparity between the amount of women in a game dev studio to men, but it's for anyone really who's getting harassed or suffering online abuse. So it's a really interesting and worthwhile resource, I think. And
what better person to build that from ground up?
It should be
for sure.
I mean, it shouldn't be this because she has better things to do with her life, but it should be her on the phone for 24 hours because it's like, whatever you call about, I know. I've been through it. Let me talk you through it. I got out the other side.
Especially since we live in a culture right now where someone can just like make a joke and it can go viral, and then suddenly that person is just like the subject of the worst kind of online harassment and doxing
And just wonderful that it's a practical solution, that it actually has more than like, I made not her specifically, but I wrote a blog post or I made a video or I'm talking at people who are suffering from this. It's the opposite of that in the sense that, it's the flip side, that it's opening people up to share their experience or find help versus just talking at them.
For sure. And I think it can feel really isolating when it's happening to you and you don't know how to minimize it. And, you feel like your reputation is being tarnished and,
or your job, you could be fired or whatever.
Totally. So, I think that's really interesting and I hope it goes well.
There's heaps of people in chat saying that it's amazing.
Oh, cool.
But the best comment is Maddie Z, who says Nolan North plays Anita Saki.
And it should answer like it's one of those it should answer like a bad answering machine from the 90s that goes, hello?
Yeah, just wait.
Oh, yeah. And okay, hi. Sorry, this is Anita. It's just a message.
Cool. Okay, good. I'm interested to see how that works out.
Cool. Well, we might burn through.
That feels ripe for being trolled as well. So I hope they have some sort of quality.
I know,
control
and
of
I'm
that.
sure they will.
It
I'm
feels
sure they're
there's so many
expecting it. There's
douchebags on the internet that are gonna.
nothing
She's
that
going to
would
be getting calls from inside the office.
there's nothing that would
It's a bad
surprise
name,
them
yeah.
at this point. I think so. I'm sure she's ready for all of that.
The firewalls.
You have one more thing, and
Is it
need
just
to-
one more?
Yeah. You can show
Cool.
the thing that you.
I'll show this really quickly. This is just in light and
Gus is a stickler for time. That's why he was giving me the little.
Also, we have someone on the line that we want to chat.
That is true.
Fine, he streamed
He
it.
can wait. This was just a video that popped up online of a cosplayer called Zabratas, who has designed a pair of Mercy wings that you can see in that video. Fully automated, but now they basically light up using a very complex form of LED strips, which if you watch the video, and I highly recommend you do, it's like the easy solution would be to go and get these malleable ones that can be that can fold around and can change color and all this kind of stuff.
Sure.
He wasn't happy with them because they weren't bright enough, so he gets these really painful, I think they're like chip inside LEDs, and
So
makes
cool.
it so much harder.
Wow.
happy he
And
is.
basically the reason I'm excited about this as well is because I'm going down rabbit holes at the moment.
And,
Mercy,
and
mate.
you're about to cosplay Mercy.
I'm not. Just watch this bit here. The wings wouldn't open, so he spent a week or so sanding down the metal and the plastic to remove 400 grams in total, so the actuators would be able to lift the wings.
Wow.
Instead of like finding a different material, he basically sanded metal for a week.
I love how so much of the video is just like him talking about the process and.
Well, this is the thing. The reason I jumped on this is because I've gotten obsessed with watching engineering videos. If anyone knows about Winter Garden, who's made a giant marble machine, he's been making this
What
incredible.
else has this guy made?
Marble, not marble.
He made a
Marble.
Doom Fist, I think.
He's made. He's a big
Yeah,
Overwatch
Overwatch.
fan.
He's
and then
built. I'll say he's built more like a Doomfist than a Mercy.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, this is true. But it's just fascinating to see how he's put it together, and I highly recommend you watch it. At the moment, as I said, I'm watching a giant marble machine being made, and a guy in Australia who makes miniature models, and I spend hours at a time sending links to people.
We've all
watching them.
seen the miniature guy.
And I can
if
highly
you work
rec-
at this company, you have to watch the miniature guy.
But I can highly recommend to feel like you're doing something, to vicariously feel productive, to watch a video like Zabrata's.
Spend 12 hours watching a man paint
Totally.
grass.
Yeah.
Tiny grass.
It's statically charged, so it sticks upright because he
Sticks up.
uses it. Anyway, we're over time as it is.
This
but yeah.
guy's very excited about his wings. They're very cool.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
I hope he wins all the cosplay competitions.
I hope he tries to win it just in a regular outfit, and then at the end just goes
Yeah.
and walks out.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, cool. So that's the news that we thought we would cover this week. A bunch of other stuff happened. You can let us know your favorite news in the chat or in our private Twitters. You can just send DMs to me. Just send them because I'm not doing anything.
Or in the Discord.
Or in the
Where there's a
Discord.
whole Discord party happening. We're talking about eggs. We're talking about other stuff. People are drawing pictures of weird things.
How do you get on that Discord?
You have to subscribe to the Patreon.
There you go.
Well, you have to become a patron of the Patreon,
Yes.
which is patreon.com/backpocket, all one word.
Well done.
I also like the amazing power that we have on this show, where we say something like, I'm going to create a channel on the Discord tomorrow that is just pictures of Ghosts of Tsushima, and I'm the only one allowed to post it.
Yeah.
Suddenly that channel appears.
It did, and then I felt bad about it, and so
It's like 90 pictures suddenly pop up, and my Discord is like, oh my god, the engagement is incredible. Oh, it's just
I felt bad about it. So anyone can post screenshots in there now, and it is. But all of the Ghost of Tsushima screenshots are amazing. I love looking at other people's. I'm like, oh, I went to that shrine. Good picture of that shrine. Different angle. Nice.
all right, that is the news. We're about to jump into our interview with a very Cardboard Cowboy. But before we get to that, a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Multiple of us.
Multiple of our sponsors. There you go. If you want to give us a word as one of our sponsors, head to patreon.com/backpocket, back at the 25 or more tier, and you can send one of those in. Also, a quick thing, don't worry, I spotted the spelling mistake of SithKat's name like that. But one of the charming things about Gus, besides the fact that he sleeps on top of fridges, is that he...
and other co-hosts.
He misspells literally every...
Oh, it's with a K, isn't it?
Everything you can possibly... everything you do, there's some... But it's part of the charm.
It's also like a wonderful thing as a designer that you can design so much razzle-dazzle around it that you can hide spelling mistakes that you don't even know you've made past people who are massive sticklers for spelling that they are like, oh, we love it. We've put it on the billboard and now we can drive past it and that's not how you spell that. Yeah. And I'm just like,
And it is very much that every time Gus shows us anything that he's worked on, like, he is waiting for us to just go, oh my God, I love the shadows and the textures and blah, blah, blah. And Pete and I are just immediately looking at the words and just like reading everything.
To be fair, I didn't look at the words properly on that.
B-Mac says, don't worry, Gun, I am the same.
There you go. That's a funny joke. All right, speaking of funny jokes, we're not the only funny joke that's on Twitch. There are a bunch of Twitch streamers. None of them are as entertaining, I would say, as our friend Cardboard Cowboy.
Who happens to be in the studio.
He's our first guest to join us live in the studio. So, Cardboard, please come in and introduce yourself. Where is he?
Come on in, buddy. Where are you?
when you're ready.
He's just...
There we go.
He wanted to make an entrance, you guys.
Hello.
How you doing, dude?
Thank you.
I think the footage, I think you've entered through the wrong door because you came in backwards. So do you want to try that again?
Yeah. The door is actually over. I don't know how you even were standing
He
over there.
bet it was a moonwalk.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
It was a very specific moonwalk.
I think I might have just pissed him off.
You pissed him off and he disappeared.
wow.
Well done. You're like a walking...
Good old
I told you to
There
come.
he is.
Nailed it that time.
All right.
Hey,
thanks very-
fuckers, I am here.
Can you just be careful of our drinks?
You move your drinks,
Hang
right?
on, there you go.
You move your drinks.
I'm a little
So who's
worried.
gonna get up for me? Can I sit? Can I take a seat
yeah,
anywhere?
yeah,
or-
on the
corner.
Yeah,
Sit on
What's
the
the
corner if
deal,
you can.
huh? Can I sit down or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
here it's fine. We'll just move some of the... Oh!
There
Oh,
he
there
is.
you go.
Okay.
Fantastic.
The hat, the white brim hat. Poor Gussie at the back there.
I do. Here's what I like, and obviously because you're on stream all the time, you understand camera positioning, that sort of thing. That you have, of course, crowded the left-hand side of the room, and have left a bunch of space here for me. So I'm enjoying that from a producer standpoint. How are you? Thank you very much for coming in. I know it must be very annoying having to travel. Because where actually are you from? I should have asked when you arrived in the studio.
Right smack bang in the middle of Australia. That's where I live.
Right.
That's why we had to hose you down when you first got here, covered in dust.
Dust.
Red
Hey,
dust.
that's not very funny, all right? You.
Oh, hey!
My goodness.
Come on.
So,
I'll put a cork in it.
it's so taut.
Hey!
Okay.
What are you doing?
Workplace harassment. Stop it.
Can I?
Stop it.
I would
You
like
watch
to
it.
point out that I enjoyed the fact that
I hope you didn't need that.
I enjoyed the fact
hit his
that
hand in the
Steph
background.
was like workplace harassment, not touch that other person's butt in front of So thank you very much. Now you're in here not only because we love your stream, but also because you actually celebrated your 2-year partnerversary last week?
Yeah, it was actually the 10th, but I was slow. Nick, it's nice to look at you. You got a nice face.
Don't,
glad I got my
don't
back to
tell
these
him that.
chumps.
He's got a big enough head about it already.
Yes, I do.
I think that's why they didn't take you on the skiing trip, you know? You're too...
Like I'm
Too
too good looking
handsome.
for the slopes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Can I ask, how did you get out of the attic? Because you were there like a couple of hours ago.
What do you mean?
Weren't you in the attic?
Yeah, I just
You're
climbed
here
down
now.
and came here, and you sound pretty ungrateful. Fuck you, Nick.
I love how this switch. It was nothing but compliments, and now it's like, how very dare you?
He runs so hot and cold. Incredible. I
Glad you're on this side.
was going to invite you to come over here and we could have a little chat, but that's fine. You could stay there if you want. I don't need you over here.
Oh, can I really come over there? That'd be amazing.
Do you want to sit on Nicky's shoulder?
Yeah, let's do it.
And like on the count of 3, though, sit on Nick's shoulder. I
Okay.
reckon.
Which
Just to make it
shoulder
fun.
do you want? This one or this one?
But we just gotta shrink him down, like we gotta shrink him down, like in
Okay, catch
grounded,
him. Okay,
so he
just
can
jump.
be like a little
Just jump and
Thumbelina.
then
I reckon on 3. I reckon on 3. Let's go in on 1, 2, 3. Oh, good catch.
Hey, buddy.
Look at his little feet swinging. They're so cute.
I love the first thing you did was purse your lips and get close and then panic and go, no, I'm not.
Well, I did. A couple of years ago, I did make out with a puppet. It was pretty close.
Give me a kiss, Nick. Come on, give me a little kiss.
Hamish Mackenzie says, "Kiss him." Cute and really weird, but cute.
Can I ask, what does this mean scale-wise? Am I really big or is he really small?
You got
You're
really
very
big.
Did I get
Nick.
huge? I have been working out.
Yeah.
You've been eating less. That's your form of working out.
You've been eating for me.
Yeah, fat leg.
I might have.
Fat leg.
It's
Nick,
lovely. to
Nick,
have
shrink
you.
down. Nick, shrink down a little bit. I'm just going to shrink you down in 3. Okay.
is
1,
adorable.
2, 3. There we go.
Oh, God.
Hello.
Back to normal size now, Nick. Thank you for shrinking. for us.
No.
I feel like I want to be like doing some
Throwing
bills.
some.
Yeah.
What currency do you prefer to receive?
When you're twerking.
Bits or you like 20s, don't you?
Yeah, 20s usually. So
Yeah.
I'll take bits. Whatever you got.
I can do 20s. I can throw some bits your way. If you're gonna shake that thing one more time, it's
You got to
coming.
work for it. Yeah.
There
All
it is.
right.
Motion- oh,
Yeah. Woo!
Why is it always thrusting in this direction?
Well, I mean,
That's
I think we
dancing,
know
man.
why.
That's
There you go.
dancing. Dancing is a hip-led move.
It
It's
is.
true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Loving it.
Girl Poke is a massive fan. They, she, he is cheering for you. Chat are very happy to see you here as well because Cardboard obviously streams a ton. Way more than us, I would say.
I can see lots of
Yeah, well, you guys
cardboard
taking
cowboy
the piss once a
emojis in
week.
the chat.
Sorry, what was that?
I said you guys are taking the piss once a week.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, totally. I know, it's ridiculous. Like, we're not professionals at all. You are a massive fan of him, though.
I am very much so. In the same way that I was a massive fan of the puppet you made out with back in the day, and then you just got to make out with Cardboard. So it's just kind of like,
I just kiss your heroes. That's what I do.
that is your thing.
Who else do you like? George Miller? I'm coming for you, George.
Stay tuned.
No, but seriously, who else do you want me to kiss?
Let's move on. We've got a guest in the studio. Come on.
All right. Cardboy is like... What
Cardboy?
Are
you even a fan?
No, I am. Cardboy...
He's on nickname basis with him.
Cardboard
He's a Nick boy. He's just gonna make
Cowboy
part
is
of the family.
Is that not difficult for anyone else to say?
I think your name is very easy to say, Cardboard.
I think it's a sexy mouthful.
Is it Mr. Cardboard?
Sexy
or just
mouthful.
Cardboard?
Sir, it's Sir.
Sir Cardboard?
So is Cowboy the last name?
Of course.
No, he is a cowboy. It's just what you say
Yeah,
afterwards.
no, chat's saying what's right is to just say CBC.
CBC.
go.
Good. But I also like Cardboy because I feel like
Look,
that gives us
Nick,
a
you
connection.
call me whatever you want, all right?
I'm just going to call you fabulous.
Give me some of those 20s. Now, you're here as well because you've been playing some Fall Guys, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it, not going to lie.
Yeah, nice.
Have you won one yet?
Yeah, I've won like 2, 3, something like that.
Yeah, all right.
That's actually pretty impressive.
Did you see, just while we're talking about it, that the internet is up in arms about the fact that the platinum trophy for Fall Guys is to win 5 games in a row in a game that's super fucking random.
That is, wow.
It's like, how do you get that?
That is outrageous.
That is foot on table outrageous. And watch the drinks, for Christ's sake.
Sorry.
It really puts your 2 wins in perspective, doesn't it?
They weren't in a row either. They weren't in a row. That's absurd.
It's wild.
Yeah.
That's trash.
Oh, I saw a tweet with a hacker. There was a hacker in it. Did you see that?
No.
No.
How were they
Yeah, someone was
hacking
hacking in Fall Guys. They were just zooming around,
What a
just
waste.
running straight to the end.
no.
What a waste of time.
Of all the, like, you could have hacked
of all the
Barack
games to
Obama's
hack.
Twitter account. You could have done anything. And instead, it's Fall Guys.
I love the
Fall
idea of
Guys'
an-
Twitter account is hilarious. If anyone's interested in the game at all, follow the Fall Guys Twitter account and you'll fall in love with the game.
It has tens of thousands of people following it for a game that wasn't even out.
I swear it's a
Yeah, wow.
12-year-old who just got off TikTok to tweet something and then is back on TikTok right now.
It's that annoying kid from Mythic Quest.
Oh, Pooty Shoe.
Pooty shoot!
Yeah.
Okay, well, unless you have anything else that you would like to... Do you have any other moves that you would like to impress us with? Because I feel like we haven't had dancing guests too much in the studio.
Well, you guys could dance yourselves. I mean, there's...
Yeah,
Do you
Pete's a
wanna
great
do a little
dancer.
dance?
There's a
Yeah.
perspective issue there, so I think really like
If I,
Wait.
I'll give you a massage.
it's not done.
Pete, you're so tall. Oh my God, you're huge.
Why don't you both twerk?
What are you doing? I thought you were going to give him a massage. You look like you were trying to do some weird cupping.
Pete,
Pete,
have
I
you
would like
ever
a kiss
touched
from you
another
too,
person?
please.
Like,
Not one that floats. Okay.
He's going for a kiss. Oh yeah, everyone go in there.
Oh, that's cute.
okay. Now,
Your beard tickles.
It's so stiff.
Wait.
Snuck in for the cheeky
I
makeout.
can.
and Steph gets a kiss, and Gus... And Gus does not get a kiss.
That's when I go down and he does the twerk.
Kiss.
Spank it.
Need like a crack of a whip kind of like.
You do need
Yeah.
you do need a whip crack, which I feel like you should be carrying, but maybe you're not. But it is a tight butt. Do you work
Thanks. Just mostly dancing, mostly twerking. Bit of
Cardboard
these
don't
ones,
sag, man.
couple of these ones. You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, those
I feel
ones
like
do
them every
all that stuff's good for your glutes, so it's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
surprise really that he's got a toned buttocks.
And also, if you look at the speed he's bouncing around, like there's a firm thighs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got salacious
Well, I
very
was gonna
quickly.
ask, and what's on the cards for you in the next couple of weeks? Now you finished the partnerversary. Anything exciting, or is it just mainly relaxing now that you've gotten that out of the
Is
way?
it just the same old boring shit that you do?
Yeah.
What? I thought you
Got
guys were
volatile in the
fans.
studio, didn't no, yeah. I want to know.
Oh my god, talk about your T-Pain thing. I only just
shit,
discovered
yeah.
this. This is amazing.
T-Pain. Oh, you mean T-Nook? You
Your
mean
mate.
T-Pain's money cousin? Yeah.
Yeah, your
Well, I don't know if you know this, guys, but I'm a little bit possessed by a skull.
Yeah. big
And
red skull.
Tom Nook's actually been busting my balls for quite some time. Just trying to make me earn them bells.
Because I feel like he does that to everyone, but he's taken a particular dislike to you personally.
Yeah, we just didn't really hit it off, you know.
Fair.
And my possessed skull sort of, it took control of my hand and shot Tom Nook in the face.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Can you
it was
prove
pretty
that in a court
intense.
of law?
I have VODs. So,
You're right.
Yeah,
that's true.
I have
Yeah.
vods. If you could just scroll through this 4-hour partnerversary, then you will clearly see.
If I could direct the court's attention to my
Click that.
4-hour VOD.
We just have to sit through this. What is it? Last laugh commercial quickly on Amazon. And we'll be right next.
So does that mean he's dead for everyone, or it's just the Tom Nook who was bugging you?
Do I look like I know how it works?
Yeah.
It's along for the ride.
But I do feel like you did what none of us were brave enough to do.
Yeah.
But that. Sorry, and your mate T-Pain. We interrupted. rudely.
T-Nook.
No,
T-Nook.
T-Nook.
Nook, yeah. Yeah, I mean, T-Pain was hanging out, and then, Nook tried to explain to me that the bells aren't going to earn themselves. In a very T-Pain-esque, what's the word? I don't know.
Genre?
Vocal flair.
Milieu?
Croque monsieur?
Song. No, it's song, all right? You
Song.
bloody,
The word is song.
you bloody journos and your big words.
Well,
a
one
song.
syllable from now on.
Thesaurus. Thesaurus.
Yeah.
And did he put the whole video together as well, just to taunt you?
Video? Huh? That happened.
Yeah.
Documentary.
He was there.
Oh, that I only saw the VOD. So he actually, right, you went on a journey to him. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled me into the switch. It was traumatizing to say
Right.
the
Oh,
least.
that's
Wow.
Full on.
That does sound traumatizing.
Well, at
It
least
was.
he's dead now. Wait, is he dead? You shot him. Is he confirmed dead? Did you?
Does that mean
Confirm
the
kill.
Does that mean my mortgage is no longer
Interesting.
like I don't have to pay it anymore?
Again, I have no idea how it works.
Okay.
Oh my God! There it is.
Oh no! The skull that killed. Oh!
Ah!
Kelly, no! Don't worry, I stamped him out.
It just
God.
grazed.
He runs this whole fucking show. You shoot him, this is over.
Yeah. Shoot literally anyone but Pete.
The
Shoot
ricochet hit. The ricochet hit this can. I don't know if you can see. There's a hole in it.
Gus. Incredible.
Yeah.
Quick, shotgun it.
Massive
Shotgun
hole
the can.
Hang on. Look at the hole it left in the top of the can. Wild.
I did that on purpose. I opened your can for you.
Convenient cowboy.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that you managed to come in. It's very exciting because during COVID and everything, having to talk to people remotely. It's nice that you have because what this is, you've joined our COVID bubble.
You have.
You heard that?
You can't
thing?
leave now.
That's a thing.
I'm part of a very exclusive club. Am I coming skiing then? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, yeah.
I've got a mask for you. It's got lemons on it. Because
excellent.
you're not facing me right now, I'll just give it to you.
Put it in his back pocket.
Before you leave. Yeah.
Just
thank
throw it behind him, Pete.
Oh.
Just throw it. Oh!
Ungrateful prick.
Don't put a hole in this, or it won't be effective.
Just toss it behind him.
Yeah.
Yes, but you are definitely invited on our ski trip. You just need to get some cardboard skis.
Here's the issue. I did have some skis.
They're gone.
Tom Nook ate them.
What a dick.
Really?
Honestly.
And you know what? You're still invited.
There's
thanks.
nothing that guy won't do. What is Tom Nook again?
What?
What is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good question.
You mean like professional?
Animal
like,
cruelty.
Well,
Like
as a creature.
he's like a raccoon,
I can answer
right?
that. He's a piece of shit.
He's a
That's it.
He's a
That's it.
but he's a
Okay.
tanuki.
That's his
Yeah.
Nook.
No, I believe he's a Picius shittius.
Or is he a red panda?
That's the
I'm not
Latin
sure. He
term.
just looks he's a strange looking
You're right,
raccoon.
though.
I
He
think.
might be Mario from Super Mario Brothers 3.
He's a trash panda. What is Tom Nook?
Dead. Dead and worthless.
Yeah.
He's termed a raccoon in the Western versions of the game, but a tanuki in the Japanese version.
Tanuki is a raccoon, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But he's definitely dead.
Same thing.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for performing a public service.
Straight up murdered him.
Yeah.
You didn't, though. It wasn't you.
He was possessed. He was possessed at the time.
They're spitootin.
this-
Spitootin
Yeah, it wasn't me. Like I said, I'm not going to be charged or anything
Yeah,
because
no.
it
No,
was
check the footage.
technically
No,
a
it's
skull
Avengers.
Yeah.
by the
Check it
name
out.
of
No
you
one
had,
could be
and
bothered
you had
going
many,
through 4
you had
episodes.
many witnesses, really. So I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
hundreds of witnesses.
Now, do you want to play a game with us?
Okay,
Okay, good.
but only if Goose lets me have the top bunk.
I mean, I'm already on the top bunk, so that's
means
just
you-
on top of me.
That means you guys are going to be very cozy.
Gus will get his kiss after
Very
all.
cozy.
Naughty cowboy.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
You got the jacket for it. That's actually like the outfit Heath Ledger died in.
Yeah.
Too real?
A little bit. Look, the car. Look, he's dancing.
There he is. He's
Yeah.
excited
Oh,
about it.
that makes us feel much
Those
better.
moves.
Well, yeah, if you want to
Alright.
stick around, we might jump into a bit of aforementioned Fall Guys. If you feel like you can add a third victory, not in a row.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, cool,
that?
man. All right, look. Again.
Watch where you're sitting, Pete. You should have just let me sit on the fucking couch. God damn it.
So while you set up the game,
Maybe, yeah. If you want to
gonna sit that
moonwalk
there.
your way out of here.
do you want to just
some
take a
stage?
seat over there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave.
We've got
Bye.
Thanks
See
for
you
coming in,
guys.
mate.
Take the mask.
Oh,
You missed it.
no,
okay,
it's
you can
gone.
get it on the way
way
out.
out.
You can get it on the way.
This is. I was about to say that's the slowest exit ever. But
Disappearing act.
so Cowboy,
Just in the back
Cardboard
of the
is
room
now
at the
set
moment.
out over there.
Yeah.
Fall Guys, we're going to be checking out, which I'm very excited about. I've played a little bit just to sort of wrap my head around it. But everyone seems to be playing this game on Twitch at the moment. It is the thing that is blowing up. And also, it's going to be one of the free monthly games on PlayStation Plus this month. So along with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, both of those will be free to Plus members, available to download until August 31st. So let's get into some of this. We are just setting
Right, we're
up
just gonna-
the...
See if we can add old mate.
Do you want to take this?
Sure.
Chat, we just set this up. Chat, have you been playing Fall Guys? Because I feel like literally everybody else did, including that hacker who seemed to have nothing better to do with their entire life. Electric Mermaid says it is a lot of fun. I have been... Nice, free for PlayStation Plus, says Vegabus. Never heard of it, says ObnoxiousBishop.
Shadowmar's been playing Fall Guys.
Obnoxious Bishop, I think I know who you are, and the fact that you've never heard of this game is quite incredible. Just started playing on PS4.
Ash Ketchum says, already got to win, boy.
Already got to win.
Yep.
That is
boy.
So when I played a couple of rounds today, I lost 2 games straight up in a row, eliminated straight away.
Yeah, that's going to be me.
Yeah, it was incredibly deflating. But then the third one I managed to get through to like the 4th round.
And so what's the situation? Is it like teams of 4 against another team of 4?
You can do no. It's 60. It's a battle royale.
Battle royale.
So
okay.
it's literally
4
like,
against each other.
So you can be in a team of up to 4 people as
Okay.
as a group playing together, but just still playing by yourself. And it's like a battle royale style thing where you need to get to it's multiple mini games.
How many people are in the battle royale?
60.
60.
Yeah, so the first
That's a
game,
lot.
60 people, and then you play, and it's like get to the end of this like Takeshi Castle style obstacle course.
Okay.
And
But you
then-
can push people off and
Yeah, you can grab people and throw them off. And
sort
you
of
get
like
like,
gang beasts or human
Exactly,
fall
yep.
flat. Yep.
And
Yep.
then you the people who didn't make it, like there's a certain cutoff point, and if you don't get there before everybody else, then you get eliminated. And if you make it through, then you get through to the next round of the game, and then you get to a different kind of thing. So yeah, it's actually super cool.
Cool.
Some of the mini games are team based, and some are solo. Says Elu Kazoo, and there can be only one. Says Grim Pixel, who we know and adore.
Cardboard, are you there? If you are, can you send us an invite?
Yeah, I can do that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm concerned you're going to get audio
We
from
can
this
hear you
thing, but-
because you're sitting right
just
over
in-
there.
I'm sitting right over here in the corner, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just-
There he
Still
is.
twerking.
Yeah, still twerking. Great.
I can't even with Nix. I feel like I know who you are to one of his mods. That's what I'm saying. I was like, here's the thing. On camera, all information falls out of my head, and in person, I remember who you are. On camera, you're all just colorful names that fly past a screen for me. Insert Hex's technical difficulties emote.
I know, totally. Well done, Stefan.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Oh yes. No. That's an emote that I have in my stream because I have so many technical difficulties. There is a specific. It's like the traditional TV color bars when
Yep.
something goes wrong. So yeah, I feel like every stream should have one because it's great. Then people can kind of get in on the idea of the joke of the technical difficulty.
Were you just live switching?
Yeah.
Like a professional? Yeah.
Well,
It runs in the
you know,
family. Pick it up.
I'm trying to pick up the slack. Not
Okay,
that
cool.
there's slack. I'm sorry.
No, it was Slack.
You were working hard in a different area.
One of my frustrations right at the start of the stream was like, that bit's not working, and then I just had to replace that bit.
Cool.
All right, Cowboy, if you ready up, then we are.
Also,
ready
this is Cardboard's
to go.
fault, is it? He's sitting over there. He's
Wait,
been
so
waiting
we're not,
forever.
we're just doing you and me, is that right?
Yeah, we're just doing the two of us. I mean, but I don't need to play. Like someone else can play.
No. You
Go
should
for it.
play. I
No?
feel like if I've never played before, then I'll probably die early, and we want you to stay alive for as long as possible.
Oh, what should happen? Okay.
But I'm excited. I'm super excited to play.
Is there a?
If we hold left trigger, we should be able to see Cardboard as well, isn't it?
Yeah, cool.
Because otherwise, we'll have to just look over,
Yeah, right. And
over
so
there to see him.
remind me, these are like randomized. So Seesaw is like a randomized race out of these rounds that go on.
Yes, yeah. It sort of pulls from a pool of different levels that you can join.
It is getting
Was this the
explained
one
to
you've
the
previously
chat.
won, Cardboard?
No, like, I mean, I've won the whole thing, right? Like, not just the...
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, right.
Number
This
one.
level's easy to win. So the hot tip in this level
Yeah.
is
Oh God.
not to when it's real steep.
Yep.
Do not jump onto it. Just run onto it.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
okay.
right. Okay.
Don't do what you just did.
No, that was right.
Why is that? What happens if you jump when it's really steep?
If you jump, you just end up falling off it
Yeah, interesting.
when you land.
But a run is a softer
Oh, we can see
I just
Cardboard
did it
Cowboy.
then because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
stupid.
Oh no!
What do you look like, Cardboard, in the
I'm
game?
good. I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
a
I'm
little
good. I'm
pink
good.
boy.
You what?
I'm a little pink guy.
Little pink boy.
Other people
Go
knocking
up,
me
you
off.
Stupid wolf.
Here we go.
There we go.
We,
my
we
gosh.
just passed you.
Be careful of the momentum.
So we're
The
gonna get
momentum.
close.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
This one's crazy.
This one is crazy.
Our virtual training simulators.
Okay. Okay. I'm getting a good run on now.
Yeah.
This is feeling great.
This is actually really cool to watch. I can see why this game would stream so well.
Yeah,
begin
it's
a
disgustingly
hard-road training
challenging.
mission, which runs
Okay.
you through the paces
So
of learning
this
to
way-
control its
Oh my gosh, I feel like my eyes can't distinguish which part of the game you're supposed to be running on, like which platforms you're supposed to be running on.
I feel like
Marvel
I'm-
sounds great. We might have Marvel
Yeah,
playing
you
in the
got Marvel in
background.
the background.
Okay. Do
They
you want
just
to go
in
to
the same
full
mix.
screen?
Okay, hang on.
Just finish the race first, yeah.
Wait until I
And then we'll get
make
some
it.
actual game audio in here.
Oh my god! After
stuff.
nearly dying at the
was like-
beginning, I qualify 8th.
Nice.
Forget about it.
You just focused on your own thing and you didn't get distracted by anybody else, and that was great. You know, I think you did really well.
I told you it was easy.
I think areas where you could improve would be, you know, just aiming a little bit higher on those platforms so you don't get stuck down below.
Yep. Now I need to find. Have you finished Cardboard?
No, I'm still running.
I'm gonna find you.
I'm gonna finish any second now.
There you are. There you are. We believe in you.
There's still plenty of places left.
You seem to be. Are you just waiting or aggressively running in the wrong direction?
I'm waiting because this platform needs to go up before I get on the other one, and everyone keeps going at the same time.
So dumb.
Oh, I realized now that it's a weighted seesaw. I thought it was just like moving.
I don't know if we're gonna make it, guys.
You're gonna do it.
This is it.
Yeah, I'm good.
We've,
Idiots! I think
Okay, so
my
if you-
odds just got a lot worse.
No,
So if you fall off, you don't die. You just start over.
Some have respawns and some don't.
And so what
What?
happens if you come last? Like how many
you
people
get
have
eliminated.
No!
I think
how many
Absolute
people have to
BS.
qualify in order to?
That's a good
make
Yeah,
question.
I'm
it to
not
the next
qualifying
round?
here.
yeah, you got to get.
Do you know how
You can see in
many
the top
people-
right. You can see in the
43,
top right,
43.
Steph.
Oh god,
Oh,
two
God.
left.
There's only 2 more that need to make it. No, they're on the last platform. Fall off, you bastards.
Die, adorable things.
One to go.
Yeah,
You were
I know
literally.
it.
Oh my god!
Can I?
Damn.
Main.
My hubris always gets me.
Should really see a
My
doctor about that.
hubris.
Right in the hubris.
I mean, I'm happy to just sacrifice myself.
Yeah.
I
let's
think
just-
so. I
go
think
back
so.
to-
I don't
I
think
think
it's
so.
fair that
Party,
I
if-
continue.
Yeah, if Nick fails, does the party stay together?
No. So Nick just goes on alone.
Yeah, but if he kills himself right now.
Oh, you can just exit if you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to.
gonna-
but-
I'm
I mean, you
gonna-
can keep. You
Let's
can just
exit
keep
and do it
going.
now.
I don't mind.
Yeah, we
No,
want to.
no,
We
we
want to
don't.
see that. We want to see this team action.
You've come from the middle of Australia to our studio. We're not going to just.
Leave you there watching Nick play.
Yeah.
I may constantly, aggressively mispronounce your name, but I'm not a monster.
Lots of F's in chat for you, Cardboard Cowboy.
So I'm
I
gonna.
know, rip.
leave
That's the
the show?
second time I've died.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Check audio as well, because we should get some music or something. Did we turn that
Oh,
off
we've turned the
before?
master down.
Oh, we have.
the
Yeah.
So I think
master.
actually press
We'll turn
cancel.
it up.
Nick. Press cancel.
Yeah, cancel.
No, I'll
cancel.
just do it in the.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's not
Maybe
looking for
does
players.
the game
Are you
play-
searching as well, Cardboard, over there?
Yeah, but if you cancel, it'll cancel for
Just
me.
cancel
so
now.
if you need to
just not-
cancel,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I think we had that turned down so it wouldn't. There we
Just
go.
want to get a little bit of
Couple
fun.
bumps. We turned it
music
all the way off
Why?
because we didn't want it
we
to
were like, we didn't
override.
want
what
it
we
to-
did.
we wanted to hear Marvel.
Turn music off. No.
We wanted to hear Marvel Avengers.
How much? Very
And
good.
we
How much do you
heard.
want? How much do you want?
That's good. I got full control over here.
You got full.
Go
control.
full. Go
Go
full.
full. Go full.
Too much.
Really?
Too much.
Really? Go back.
Fine. It's fine.
All right.
I like that it's only taking you an hour and 37 minutes, but you're finally relaxed.
He can make a joke about technical things now. That's how relaxed
You've got
he
enough
is.
distance.
A cardboard guest and the smack on the lips and dancing around to calm Nick.
Yeah,
I peeked
yeah.
down, but it worked.
It was all of Cardboard Cowboy's twerking that relaxed him. It's a very
I was like,
mesmerizing action.
That's a limber boy. And
Yeah.
I should limber myself up.
That's why I twerk. It's to relax
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Oh, I haven't done this one. Avoid
the
the moving doors, race the finish line. Right, I think I've seen this. So the gates go up and down, and those little spongy donut things are real.
Oh right, but not all of them will
It's
go
like
down.
I guess a pinball machine or something.
I have seen one where there are doors you have to dive through, and not all of them will break.
That's evil.
Oh, you can do a little jump.
There's
jump
a
and
jump
dive,
dive,
can't you?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're on a PlayStation control, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it from here, from across the room. X and then square to dive.
Do a dive.
Well, like square is
Great.
dive.
Great. Actually, I'm going to. Yeah, that was the right choice,
I
Nick.
think sometimes they might not come down; they'll just stay up in controls. Just be careful.
Also, the,
Oh,
Oh, a little boost.
On the last one, you want to go you want to be able to jump between the left one or the right one. So once you're going down the hill, so...
Left one, right, I see,
So
I see.
sit exactly right in the middle.
Nice.
What? How am I this good at this game?
Second.
Yeah, okay, but those tips that he was feeding you were like
know.
spot
Hang on,
on.
can
Cowboy's
we
got-
cycle through
let's
it?
go.
Is Cowboy-
Not to
Cowboy.
diminish your victory.
Let's
get
just say you've
Cowboy out.
known me a
See,
lot
cycle
longer
through.
than you've known him. Don't you
There he
do
is.
this.
There we go.
Yes,
Well
well
done.
done.
I'm just saying it was a team effort.
That's true, it was a team
was a
effort.
team
It was a
did
team
it.
effort.
Good.
I took my own advice and it worked.
You took your own advice.
I love all the avatars, they're so cute.
It's so adorable.
Are you all little jelly beans in suits? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I don't know if they're a species or if everyone is like, it's like a smooth furry.
I think there are bean species who just really like cosplay.
A shaved furry.
A smoothie?
Smoothie.
Gonna start a smoothie.
So
okay,
many
what
little
is
mini
this?
games.
Rock and roll. Work together to push your ball to the finish line before the other teams. Right, so this is the team-based one that they were talking about.
Oh yeah, this one's a fun team one.
Oh, what
So
are those,
you and I are going to be on the same team because we're in a party?
We sure are.
Yes.
All right.
are those little are those
You
bounce
will
pads?
live or die together.
Oh, we're on the red team.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Push that ball.
This is the one I've
Go
seen.
team, go!
Well, these are just little
that
bumps.
way.
Because I've seen a strategy that people have employed is to jump the barrier and push the other team's ball back
back.
up.
Get out of town.
Yes.
Wait,
Love
can you
it.
actually make it over to the other side?
Maybe we
Yeah.
jump off
You've
each
got
other's
a
heads or
mate just running up. Is that you, Cardboard? Running? No, you're behind. That's good. There's someone just legging it in your team.
He doesn't
Yeah,
think
because
it's a
once
race.
you get to the
It's
end,
just
right?
a race.
Once you get up to the end, you can stop their ball once it opens up.
Oh, right. So they might be down there getting
So they're
ready
going
on
for the
block.
defense.
Oh, it's a free for all now.
Right.
Yeah.
We're winning
But
anyway.
We're the only ball there.
Get in there.
Oh,
James
push it
is
from the
trying to push it
left.
back.
Push it from the left.
Yeah,
give it a
well
dive,
done,
Nick. Give it
Team
a-
Red.
Too
Solid
far,
dive.
too far.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes.
Yeah.
Go, be free.
No.
Oh!
Block blue.
Look,
Yeah.
yes. Nice. Well done.
Goodness, oh my goodness.
This is so much fun because of how simple it is. It's just.
This is the battle royale that I can get behind.
You know what?
Yeah,
Same,
you and I
same.
was like, you and I, this is our spirit animal game.
Yeah, but it's so simple, but it's executed really well, and I think that's key. Like, if you have a simple idea,
Even just
but
this little
but it's-
pachinko
Ah,
scene where
it's
they all.
so slick, isn't it?
all the
You know what? It looks
smoothies
like a
get
little Christmas a Christmas advent calendar, doesn't it? Like the little bits of chocolate that you get to open every day of Christmas.
I do see
I
that.
do wonder what they taste like.
Yeah, I know. There should be a word for things that look like you should eat them, but
Tide
probably
Pods.
aren't edible.
There is a subreddit called Forbidden Treats or something like that.
Yeah. Is
there?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's
yeah,
good. That's
yeah.
good.
These little
It's
guys.
like it is the Homer Simpson.
It would be
thing, like,
amazing if there was
forbidden
something
donut.
underneath collecting them and just gorging on them.
Okay, so I need to jump through the hoops on this one.
Dive through the rings, yeah, literally jumping through hoops.
I don't know.
That-
Hoops move.
Team-based again.
Yeah, team-based again.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rudism, another amazing streamer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Rudism played the game by wiring up a bunch of jelly beans for his control.
That's right. But it
By
didn't-
the end of it,
he had
all
to
the sugar had melted off
But
the
he
jelly
it's
beans.
because he had to lick his fingers
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make it
to play.
conductive.
That's right.
So he was licking his fingers and touching the
Go,
jelly
that
beans.
one, you got it.
And each jelly bean was wired.
It's a pass.
As long as it gets done.
Yeah.
It's not
So
pretty,
it's-
but we did it.
Are you still Team Red, Cardboard?
Sure am.
Sick.
So red's
And
on
I'm
10.
killing it.
Smashing
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Jump.
the one just spawned in front of
fluked
you.
it.
Dive. Oh.
There's gold rings too, apparently, that are
very
worth a
cute
bit.
Ah, gold rings.
Dorsable.
What does this remind me of?
I get real Mario Party vibes from this
Yeah, it
game.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus, Nick.
But
Focus.
there is
You
like
got
a,
it. Oh,
there's
you
like
got
a
it.
ring race.
Yeah!
Gold ring, Nick, and you fucked it.
I did it.
Just a regular jump. Don't dive.
No,
regular-
dive.
No, but it's about flourish, Gus.
Yeah.
It's about adding flair.
So what's the? Is it how many times you jump through the ring?
Yeah.
Is it
Disappears
a
after.
mini
We're
game?
on
Gotcha.
22,
regular jump.
So we're actually fine.
Stop.
You jump and dive is usually the best.
That's
the best
cardboard. No, it's a
strat.
different one.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
I don't think you can double go through one, can you?
You can't double.
No,
No,
so
no, no.
that one
Once
got-
you
that
once
one
you
got
get
it
it, it
before you.
disappears.
come on, buddy.
It's a tie
But
between
we're
blue-
fine. Yellow's getting
Nice.
Yellow's
you
getting
guys
wrecked.
make it.
wrecked. You can't jump
Oh!
through any yellow, guys.
Brutal.
You face
Yellow
planted into it.
sucks.
Oh,
Yellow
it's tricky with that turntable,
Oh, yeah,
isn't
that-
it?
Oh god! Oh god!
Yes,
Just
nice.
stay on this.
No.
39 to red, clearly in the lead now. 34 to blue.
30 seconds left. though.
cute
This
is
a
this
long-
jump?
It's actually a long game.
Oh no.
This just
That's so good.
wow.
That's so good.
43.
This should be an esport.
This should
It's
be
super
Agreed,
entertaining
Steph,
to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say it's watchable too.
Get out.
Oh, get Yellow, you're
Oh,
useless.
that yellow was like lifting for his team. But
That leap is just the best.
they did a side roll jump then, unless you got
That was actually huge.
We got
45's
overtaken by
a lot.
yeah 40 or
3
47.
seconds left.
48, 48,
you know.
49.
Go,
Come on, Red.
go.
Nice one.
Yes,
We're only
well
knocking out
done.
Go us.
Red.
I imagine you were just knocking
Yeah,
out.
but I always want
No.
safety.
I can't hear the sound effects quite well from here, but I imagine there's adorable bouncy noises. But I would like to hear like the occasional crack of a bone or spine snap because it looks really brutal. Like the falls look really tough.
I like it. So far, you want to hear their bones break.
I don't
want
want
to
to know
eat.
what that tastes
Yeah.
It's what they are. They're like
Gus,
that
get
bird
dinner.
that to eat. You have to
You have
put
to
the
eat
thing
yes,
over your
and
head because you're
drown.
shamed.
You drown it in an
yeah.
expensive liqueur, and then you eat under.
I wonder if the lore of
So
this
this
game
is
is
the
that
last
they're all
level.
fighting.
What is
You
this?
have
Last
to-
level.
What is
level.
it? Be the
Explain
last
it.
fall
Explain
You
it
guy
have
for
to
us.
standing
stay
above
up
the
as long
slide.
as you can, and if you do, you win.
Just stay up here as long as I can.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
each
no,
level
like they
collapses like a
they
honeycomb
disappear
shell.
below you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep
I
running
see.
around on that
Okay,
level.
yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Just
It's
stay away
so
from
fun.
everyone.
It's just such a fun game mode.
Run around. Don't stop jumping. Just run flat, and jump when you need to. Yeah,
Oh,
good,
man.
good, good.
Oh,
good,
man.
Good, good.
Oh, I
Jump across to
see.
that. Yeah. Nice work.
Oh!
That's good. That's good. But then, yeah, you can fall through too.
Oh, because people who have fallen below.
no, you're the first.
Oh no!
No.
Run on the outside and just do laps. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah,
tactic
yeah. It's a
I've
good
come up
strat.
with. I don't know if it's going to work.
Oh, this
But that
person
person's
is
in front
They're
of
doing
you.
the same thing.
The same thing! No.
Oh no! Don't. Yeah, if you dive,
no.
That's the bottom level. You're gonna be
This
first
is it.
out if you fall.
This is it.
stay on. Yeah,
It's
this
all
is good.
over.
This is good. This is good. Cardboard, how you doing? What color
Doing
are you on?
okay.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm like somewhere up the top, doing really well actually.
All right.
Not
Person's
first
gaining
try.
on you.
This is good.
Person's
This
gaining
is
on
good.
you.
They did,
But
but I'm
you're-
worried I'm about to run out of room.
No, you've got room.
You're going in a spiral and it's perfect.
This is
Still good.
actually
Someone's-
good.
Oh no! Oh no!
Uh-oh, jump
oh,
them,
no.
jump them.
Oh no!
Yeah, jump. That was good. You did a lot of work.
Oh
Can you
no!
go spectate?
I stayed up top too long.
Are you
Did you fall all the way through?
Who's on yellow?
We're all down.
Maybe they were
No.
jumping.
That was an.
Slow it down.
Pretty good though.
Maybe instead of running, they would just
Cowboy was like fourth.
I
then,
came
and you were,
fourth, I
like-
think, and he was
you're
third,
right,
or
third,
or
yeah,
I
something
was
like
fifth
that.
and he was fourth.
Is
Oh,
it a collective score or
You
just
might
the
see
one?
here.
That level's the most fun. I love that one. It's
Yeah.
really,
Is this
really
Team Red?
cool.
Is this no? Wait, that's just
No,
a
it's not teams
person.
anymore.
A
It's
person.
individual. Yeah.
show me the scoreboard.
Get a
Does
total
it give you
ranking.
the full ranking?
Yeah, you'll get some XP and some unlocks.
I mean, any other game, I'd think that's useful, but that's just adorable. 500
That's so
kudos.
cute. That's so cute. Okay, that's tons of fun.
That is amazing.
I can't wait to play. That's
Do you
gonna
want
be
to do
great.
one more?
I mean, how are we for time? How are we for time?
It's 9:45. Or are we done?
We're done. I
We're
think.
done.
We're done. I really want to play
Yeah,
this though.
because we got to get
So
some
many
drawing done.
sticklers. Oh,
we got
we do need to
to
do
finish
drawing.
the show at 10.
That's true.
You want me to?
Phoenix Olina asked, "Can you host your own game? Like, could we play one
don't
theoretically
think
with
party
the
up as a full,
Pocketiers?"
but there's no matchmaking.
Okay, so you can't do like a private friends only all in.
Yeah.
Damn.
According to
Because you're
Devolver,
right.
that
You're
is
right,
something.
Phoenix. That would be so cool.
Yeah. So you can do it with 4 friends, but
Or one
but we-
cardboard cowboy in a corner.
or one cowboy in the corner.
This corner's lonely.
Yeah,
Shut up!
but the air conditioning's not on over there, so you might be.
Are you able
Getting-
to come
getting a bit
back and say
sweaty.
goodbye?
I don't know.
Yeah, I reckon.
There's a lot of stuff
Passive
over
aggressive
there.
thing over there.
Ask me.
I reckon you might be able to.
If you just step over those cables, then I think you should be fine to come
Yeah,
on
He's here.
if you
right
just,
about now.
Give it a
Yeah.
whirl. See if this works.
Come on, just jump.
Oh, there he is!
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just in
Hey, I'm
time
back.
for a good
Hey.
bye.
The drink, cowboy. Jesus.
The flourish of the leg before he dropped it was delightful. I appreciate it. I feel like
I watched
I
the
feel like we've
train.
made up for it because it feels like he's been sitting in my lap the whole time. I know you're on that table, mate.
And
but
what
it's
a
just-
lad.
No, but that's specifically so that you can whisper sweet nothings into his ear.
Yes, right into my ear. Ear.
Yeah.
right into your ear.
Rear. Ladies and gentlemen, lend me your rear.
Oh man, that was fun.
Thank you very much
Yeah,
for
thanks
making
for
the trek
having me
in.
on the show. It's been good, nice time.
It's been great to have you
I
in the
liked,
studio.
I liked Goose and Hex and Pete and Nick was here as well. And I love you all, guys. Bye.
Do it again.
Fuck it, he's out. What an exit.
He got you.
I'll take. Nick was here as well over being shot in the heart.
I thought you were going to say, I'll take Pete's spot on the trip now he's been shot.
There's
That
some
was a
bites on it.
distraction.
Oh, he's back and he shot me again on the way. Thank you for
He's
coming.
just riddled with holes
Lucky
now.
he's using blanks
this
because he
man.
knew we were making a
He's
show.
he's
and didn't
using
want to
blanks
murder.
and shooting the only pantomime
He knows the
student in the
federal
kid.
police are looking for him after the after Tom Nook's
After the
disappearance.
Tom Nook
the-
incident.
The Tom Nook.
Well,
Event.
that is Cardboard Cowboy. And I really should have got this up beforehand. But if you are not watching his Twitch stream,
You can
then-
exclaim CBC, I believe, is the Nightbot command.
Oh, cool. And it'll
Yeah.
come up with the
I
link
believe-
to the stream.
Exclamation mark CBC in the chat, and
you go.
you can go follow Cardboard Cowboy.
It is Cardboard
For all
underscore Cowboy on Twitch. So check him out. And there you go. It is in the chat. And while you're exclaiming things in the chat, please also just put a exclamation mark Tim in there. Just let's
get
give
Timmy back.
Tim a little bump to say thank you very much for a wonderful news segment, and thank you very much to PlayStation for Fall Guys for all of us that is out right now on PlayStation Plus. It is free for everyone who has Plus until the end of August if you grab it, and then it's free forever if you nab it in this 1 month window. And remember as well, the other game that you can get is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered for all PS Plus members. Alrighty.
Am I correct in saying as well, it is free to play this weekend without PS Plus?
It is free to play this weekend.
Multiplayer.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
there you
any
go.
multiplayer on PlayStation is available free of charge to play for everyone. So get
play
on
it.
it.
So that's COD and Fall Guys.
Yeah.
If you get sick of the violence of COD, you can try and have the
Arguably
in Fall Guys.
more violent.
Yeah, there's
Because
lots of
at
death.
least- Because I would say at least in COD, it feels like those soldiers signed up for it. Whereas this feels like
Fall Guys feels like chaotic violence that happens, against your will.
it feels like they kidnapped a cute village.
Yeah.
And then put them on a TV show.
It feels
tasty
like some
cute
kind
village.
of weird purgatory entertainment for some gods that are vindictive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. Speaking of purgatory entertainment, that's the best segue I could come up with. Let's do some art.
Yeah,
All right,
should we
it
just
might
go
be a
there?
speed one tonight, but I
Yeah.
feel like we need to start picking up the crack in the pace. So I'm going
God,
to jump over
you
there.
Clock people. These Twitch streamers who are on for 8 hours at a time. And you're here going,
Our cats need to be fed.
Oh,
They
I was
do.
going to ask.
Our cats definitely need to be fed.
Where's
Scotty?
Scotty?
I know.
Oh, because
Scotty's
of the
with my
ski
mum and
trip,
dad.
she's gone to her grandma and grandpa's house.
Yeah.
It's very sad. I miss her very much, and there's no one to
let me,
lovingly jump onto your lap.
I know. That was just the most beautiful photo. It made me miss my dog so much. So so I love having Scotty in here. She's the second hairiest thing in here. Well, the third hairiest behind his face and his chest.
Oh, that's not that hairy. Come on.
Your chest.
Yeah, I just showed it to the
You know
world.
birds.
It's
My
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's tame.
It's a good level of hair.
Yeah. It's all right. I am getting that. Let me.
We are getting it.
Let me go to.
A reminder as well that after the stream, where is my camera? Here. After the stream, we are doing the Patreon exclusive post show. So if you have any questions for us about anything, but also specifically about back pocket and plans and everything that we're doing and that sort of thing.
Oh, I got to get your.
Oh, yes, why exactly Pete had to carry Gus home that night in E3.
That as well. Just jump into the Discord. There is the Q's for Views channel where you can dump all those things, and we will get to those in the post show. Alrighty, it is time for some back art.
I'm just going to check, is Pete hearing me?
I am hearing you.
Excellent. Good.
Now,
Loud and
we've
clearer
been
than
seeing
me.
behind us on the TV some of the incredible ones that you've already done, Gus. But you did some more over the
did.
course of the week.
I did. These were a couple that we whipped up for a few lovely Pocketeer patrons who said they were happy for theirs to be done on stream. We've got a lot of them to get through, so that makes things a little easier. But that doesn't mean we don't make them personal. So they answered a couple of questions. In this case, this is Isaac Allwood, who hates snakes. So of course we made him a snake, which I realise is that going to be an ongoing theme.
That's the trope.
Where we just take your fear and we make you
Well,
that
because one of
fear.
the questions you ask people are, what are their fears?
Yeah, I forgot that was a question that we were asking people. So Isaac has a fear of snakes, and can never find any parking, I believe, in Brisbane, where he lives. I might be wrong there. And is an IT guy, as I said, who can't find any parking, and sent us a picture of him in a particularly cool pair of glasses. So put all that together, and there's Isaac's logo.
And so he's an IT guy, but works exclusively with CRT monitors.
Look, again, sometimes there are illustrative ways of showing things, and computer monitors are really fucking boring to draw now.
Yeah, that's
they are
true.
just black
just a
TV
single piece of-
screens.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
drawing the old CRT, so he's got a car full of them in his new fictional IT company called He's the Byte Guy.
I love it.
Yeah.
There we go. The other one who sent one in was, hang on, Elowen. Elowen is a studying geologist and a hardcore rock hound, I believe is the term. For someone
Rock
who's
hound,
obsessed with
yes,
rocks and
yes.
minerals. And really
Mineral
loves-
enthusiast.
mineral enthusiast who really likes Minecraft, not Minecraft, sorry, Stardew Valley. Hence, we've got the little axe down there. And always rolls a ranger, an elven, I think always rolls an elf or an elven race in any D&D. So put all that together, and we get an elven geologist with a Stardew Valley pickaxe as well.
I love that. That's awesome.
Elements. And then one more we whipped up just for today was for Nick Belling, who goes by the name goes by Nicrotech, who is a software developer and a teacher, and therefore
Oh, I love the chalkboard.
puts together some kick-ass software. In this case, NetSpell was a program he put together for his class. And basically, I just decided that like he was a kick-ass coder and software developer, therefore needed to be personified as a giant battlebot. But I wanted to crush him into a delightful classroom setting.
Oh,
so
that's
there
so
he
cute. The
is.
way he's just like on a really tiny chair.
Does he have a mouth?
Well, see, this is the thing. No, he's kind
Why
of
does he have an apple?
Well, he hasn't eaten the apple, has he?
Interesting.
There you go.
He
I
just-
feel like my the roles on the couch are Steph is very complimentary, and I nitpick.
Yeah, but I mean, that's fine. We interpret art in different ways, Nick, and obviously yours is to crush it and the
Yep.
dreams of its creator.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to point out that obviously we want to get people in to talk
Yes.
us through on Discord. So
The
Nick,
first person is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
The first person is Kilabie.
but is Kilabie in Discord?
That's a very good question. We're going to find out. aren't we?
Mouth.
Yeah, we should have attached that to the form.
But Kilabie, you have been notified. I did send Kilabie an email earlier today saying that we would be looking at their doing theirs. So let me just
Is
double check.
Kilabie Kelstar?
No, it's not Kelstar.
No, that's
is
another
Kelstar
one.
there?
Yeah.
Just sitting there?
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Kelstar.
Wait, does that make you happy?
Okay,
Does that make
and
you happy?
I do want to point out one other thing. We worked out the problem from last week. We haven't solved it yet,
good.
though, because I worked it out a minute before we went live, which was another reason why I was very flustered. But when I bring you into the server, don't hit connect to voice. You will automatically be able to join with voice. It's when you try to go join voice that it actually kicks you out. So last week we were pulling someone in, they were going, oh, join voice, and it was kicking them out. But if you don't hit that, you can still talk, and you will be in there. So Kelstar, let's test that theory.
And that reminds me, I'm going to
on air.
I'm going to jump on the Discord so I can hopefully hear them a little clearer as well. We'll
You're already
give
on
that a whirl and
Discord,
see what
so
happens.
Don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything, Gus.
Sure.
Cool.
That's basically what I get
Thank
told.
His face.
Thank you.
I can do that.
Okay,
Nick, you have to
Kelstar,
move
can you
that
hear
now.
us? Kelstar, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yay!
Now,
Yeah.
I want to start by saying I hate this man. And this is not how I normally start. No, Kelstar.
Kelstar.
Yeah, right.
This is not how I normally start talking about our patrons and
What's your
potential
beef with
bosses.
Kelstar, Nick?
Kelstar is currently crushing me in my NFL fantasy league.
Oh, I see.
He is a bad person
Okay.
and a suspect human being all round.
Okay.
We'll work that out now.
Other than that, I'm fine taking his money because he has taken mine
Okay.
over the last year. So I guess I begrudgingly welcome you to Back Pocket.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
He takes it so well. Now, Kelstar, a little bit of background. He is 36. He's a lawyer. And he's on the line. So why am I saying any of this?
I just want to point out as well, Gus's mic is hotter than yours because he's quieter than you.
I'll move it
so
over
a
here.
little further right, thank you.
So, Kelstar, how about you give us a little bit of info about you so that we can start this process?
Okay. As Nick said, I'm really into fantasy football and I crush him at it. In the league that's named after him, by the way.
It's true.
It's the
That
Nick
makes
Fantasy
it
League.
It's not even just named after me. The logo is my face.
It truly is. It's quite egotistical, really.
Wait, football, we mean soccer, right?
No, we mean
No, American football.
NFL.
NFL.
American gridiron.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
They've
Yeah,
got
the ball
helmets.
is the wrong shape straight out of the
No, that wasn't. That's the border, Pete.
Oh, that one.
But you're also in a band, right?
Yeah, I'm in a Rage Against the Machine cover band.
Cool. I love cover bands.
What's
Just
the
the
cover
tribute-
band called?
The Machine rages on.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Because it
We get all
usually
dressed
like
up.
weird puns, but that's actually kind of lovely. That
Yeah,
the
it's
spirit of rage
It is the spirit.
encapsulated in your music.
There's also a little reference there. An American senator, when complaining about them in the early 2000s, referred to them as being called that. 'Cause he didn't
Machine
realise
rages
their name
on.
right. Yeah. And it's sort of the opposite, right? It's like the machine just keeps going. We can't stop it.
Yeah.
I love it. You also listed on the form that your fears were our time on Earth is a meaningless journey of pointless tasks.
Well, let me draw that.
Society is beyond repair.
Yeah, Gus, draw that.
And humans will never get their shit together and start treating the planet and each other with respect. And spiders. So you will be drawn as a spider, or the ennui of a.
Oh,
crumbling
what if
society.
it's a spider holding on with 8 legs for dear life onto a gridiron that's being
Onto a
like
football.
spiraling through the
I kind
air?
of like that.
We can't just always draw people as their fears.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's fun.
But the football
in
was the main
football.
one.
The
But the spider itself is afraid of extinction because the planet is dying.
Right.
Unless you've played Grounded, and then spiders can fuck off.
oh,
You could
Sorry,
do
go
the
ahead.
spider like playing the bass guitar. Maybe that'd be interesting.
he could play one of those bass guitars that has like 4 handles.
But make it
Yeah.
a cute spider.
Well, okay.
Also, you were a state fencing champion and has competed at national levels.
Oh, that's
Correct.
cool
Holy
too.
shit. That's
is
got to go
also
in there somehow. That's totally got to go in. Okay.
Multifish has it. The football is being thrown because he saw the spider and got freaked out. No, Multifish doesn't have it? I was on board with you, Multifish, but the room hated it.
Well, I think the suggestion of the spider playing bass guitar is a cool one.
Yeah, okay.
I really like that.
Yeah.
But I think also the gridiron should be in there somehow. Maybe the spider's wearing a gridiron helmet.
Well, hang on. Because
Yeah,
spiders
that's
often have a thorax. Is that what I'm thinking?
Oh,
Right.
you're
correct?
hanging from the roof. Nice.
oh,
Oh,
that's
that's dope.
awesome.
The back of
oh,
the
that is
spider-
cute. Big eyes make everything cute. And he
True.
and he
But
needs
the back
to be a
of
little
the
bit
spider
fluffy.
is the football.
Give that man
very
a
good.
raise.
That's
I love that for some reason he's playing like a sitar, not like a bass.
guitar, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to remember what the shape of a bass.
What kind of bass do you play?
Bass looks like a normal guitar.
Fender
it's just got a
Jazz?
longer
It's
neck, I
electric.
think.
It's electric bass, so it's not like a guitar, but it's longer and it has 4 strings.
Yeah. So electric bass.
Oh, there's a guitar on
But
the wall. I can
It,
use
it
that as a
doesn't look like it
reference.
doesn't. Well, it could look a bit like that.
Are you as impressed as we were with the football buddy?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
I react.
Can I ask you a question about fencing?
Yes.
I really like how in fencing they teach you how to do the fence, like the salute. There's like a cool salute that you do
that, like, up there?
before
Yeah.
you like. Does that actually happen after you
Yes.
learn it? Do you actually, before you face an opponent, do you do the special salute?
Yes.
Do you feel like
That's
fencing
dope.
Can he be
has-
using one of his other 8 legs to do a salute with a fencing sword?
Well, I
yeah,
feel
he can be
we've
holding
got the
so
option
many
of So many
things.
other things. Like we've got at
He could be
least.
holding like a legal pad or I mean, he's not a judge; he's a lawyer. But he could have stolen a gavel from a judge. He has a sword,
foil, isn't it?
oh,
that they
gavel
have.
in one and a foil
So
in the other.
wait, what was the? I
Yeah.
missed that detail. The
like a gavel.
Oh, he's a
or
lawyer.
some sort
Yeah,
of-
right.
What other lawyer shit do you have?
Oh, put the big wig on the spider.
well, then it would be like a death metal wig. You mean one of these ones that's like?
The Beethoven wig, but also is like
Yeah.
Are you a barrister?
He's not a barrister.
That is a barrister. Technically, in South Australia, all lawyers are both solicitors and barristers, but I don't really do court.
Gets a wig.
Oh, do you want the wig?
You get a wig.
Do you
I
make
haven't
it out
worn
of
the-
spider
I have.
web?
Yeah.
It
That's
just
good.
looks like
Gavel's good.
Mozart now.
It does look like Mozart playing a sitar.
I
looks
like
a-
it. It's
looks
boss.
like a character in Animal Moulin Rouge.
All right, what else is he holding?
This is very good.
Oh, thank you very much.
Isn't he amazing?
So he we've
got-
covered the football. He lives in Adelaide. He could be holding a book about how the Earth is falling apart.
Oh, yeah, something environmental.
He plays a lot of Destiny.
Okay, yeah, he could have Dinklebot or Nolanbot or whatever it is now.
Oh
You could be just
God,
holding Nolan North.
holding Nolan North. God, you make it easy, guys.
He's in everything.
That is true.
So holding Marvel Avengers, a copy of Marvel Avengers.
Yeah.
Plays Destiny. I like the idea of holding a Dinklebot. If I can.
He loves the
remember.
MCU and he also loves Motley Crue.
What else do you like to hold, Kelstar?
Is that how does
That's pretty close
Destiny
to the
what are they
bot.
called?
Ghost.
Ghost. I just need to see the shape of it again. Remember? Oh no, it's completely not that at all.
That's fine. That's fine. I feel like we get
You'll
the
fix
idea.
it in post.
You'll fix it in post.
I'll fix it in post, but I can.
Kelstar, what's your favorite Rage Against the Machine lyric?
Oh, you've put him on the spot.
Oh, he's gone.
Right, that's why he's on the spot.
Yeah.
me bring him
I
back.
thought he was just really thinking deep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Yeah, he was like,
I
man,
was like,
there's so many good ones.
You know what? He
Kelstar,
probably
you're
was lying
back.
about
I
that.
asked you just before you left. What your well, after you left, obviously. What your favorite Rage Against the Machine lyric is?
Oh God, they've got so many good lyrics. This
I
is
know.
a really challenging question.
Is it "fuck
The-
you"? I won't do what you tell me, which is all I used to listen to as a kid. Eric May.
That is good. That is good. Anyway, I was gonna say, I dropped out, but I've got a little story about Steph that she may not remember, which is a really cool story.
What?
Yeah. So
Have
this
we
was a
met?
few years ago. Yes, you were in Melbourne for the Logies back when this was good game years.
yeah.
And you tweeted that you were at some club somewhere. I don't know why you said that on Twitter.
Oh, because when I
You
get
did.
drunk, I tweet things that I really shouldn't. Like, I
And
just
I
should not
said-
have my phone when I drink.
Be
It's
around
terrible.
people when you drink.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I asked if I could come and meet you, get a photo, and I said my wife and I are big fans, would love to see it.
Sure.
And you are absolutely come down. I'm at, I can't remember what it was called, someplace on Largon Street. And I came down and you were gone.
Oh no!
Ghosted.
Again,
And,
drunk. I would probably just tweet my location and then leave.
But you said, and I said, "Oh, you're not here. That's cool, no problems." And you're like, just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." There was a lot of spelling mistakes. And but you're like, "If you come to my hotel the next day, I'll come down and take a photo." And I'm like, "Okay, that's a bit random, but sure." And I came to the Sofitel where you were staying, and you all dolled up because you had the Logies that night. And you
Yeah.
came down and you took a photo.
I remember that, and oh, that's so funny. Yeah, to the Sofitel. That's because it was fancy ABC days.
Spend money on sending people to the Logies, but not for a bedroom for guys.
Sofitel for stay.
I'm just surprised that you remembered that you made that appointment to go down and take a photo. Like,
No, well, because the someone like they just tell the front desk, and then someone,
Oh, right.
someone
Yeah,
calls
yeah,
me. It's like,
yeah.
"Madam, there's a stranger in the
You made a
foyer
promise
here to
last
see
night, drunk on the phone.
No, I probably after the bar, I probably went to McDonald's. That's where I usually go when I drink too much. Particularly in Melbourne.
Just on Lygon Street, like some of the nicest food in the country.
I know. No, I'd go to
They do
McDonald's.
delightful.
And
nuggets.
I've often like gotten lost walking home and just tweeted, "I don't know where I am."
so Gus, I don't know how you
That's
could
a great
represent
story.
this, but someone suggested that the other thing that Kelstar likes to hold is my balls. And so if some sort of
Maybe the hammer, the gavel could be coming down on whoever's that said that's balls.
interesting, yeah.
Like
So it
that.
can be in a crushed fist of the other.
Well, I'm a big fan of this. I feel like we nailed it. Kelstar, are you happy?
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Oh, can I just say, Alu Kazoo has asked, can I find Back Pocket anywhere other than Patreon and Twitch? And yes, you can at youtube.com/Back Pocket channel.
Absolutely.
There we go.
That's how I'm going to fix it. You lean forward, I'll move that back.
Cool. I
So,
love this. This is fantastic.
We got a baseball guitar wearing a judge wig, holding a not a baseball, a football judge wig with a bass guitar, a foil and a fencing helmet, a Dinklebot from Destiny, a judge's gavel, and a phone with a tweet from Hex saying, "Where am I?"
Good.
That is
Love it.
brilliant.
That's
Goose.
awesome.
Amazing
Done.
work. It's
Cool.
incredible.
All right, dude.
That'll get fixed up for you, Kelstar. But thanks for that, man.
It's 100% worth $50 a month.
Well, that'll be on the
man.
TV next week,
It's
and
gonna
we'll
look
send you a
slick
copy of
as
it,
next
dude.
week.
Awesome, guys. Thanks.
Thanks,
All right.
man.
Thanks,
Great
dude.
chatting with you, man. Talk soon.
All right, we've got serial killer is Kilabie.
Yes,
So should we bring Kilabie straight in?
we should. So
You ready,
serial
Gussie?
killer.
You ready, Gus, for another?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Hang on. On the phone is hard. Move to. Actually, I do have Danny in there, but I'm bringing you across.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello everyone. How are you?
Good, man.
Good.
How are you?
I am awesome. It's so good to be back with you guys and talking to you all. This is amazing.
Yay, welcome.
Well, I'm excited
Yeah,
because
thank you.
you said that you were a lurker, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember your name
Huge,
from
mate.
like way back.
Look, I've been there since the beginning. Like you were talking about hingers before. I remember hingers. Like, yeah, it's been great. And a long time.
It has been, and I also like the fact that you've upgraded from lurker to
Lit part of the show.
guest on the show. Huge jump.
There's nothing in between.
I may have had like several drinks to come on here tonight. So
Yay!
Steph will take a picture with you later. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So look, I'm mainly at the moment, I'm just a podcaster. I make like 3 podcasts. I'm like a man of leisure. I don't work anymore other than the podcasts. I just do all my own stuff at home. I host game nights every week.
Oh, that's sick.
I love my game nights, right? It's
Do you mean like
5,
tabletop
10
games or video games?
Yeah, board games, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Always board games. And it's just like, it's a great excuse to have all my friends over. And as the person who's like a stressful, socially anxious person, it's best for me to be the host because then I feel like everyone already knows me.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah,
They all
wow.
chose to come to you, so they must
Exactly
like you.
right. But look,
And-
I still need to convince myself that they like me, but mostly it's fine.
Oh man, hard relate. Hey, can you? I've just recently invested in a bunch of new board games, but I'm always looking for more. What are some of your favorites?
Oh, look, I just bought some myself. I bought Captain Sonar, which is like an 8-player. It's like Battleship for 2 teams, and you're yelling out at each other and you're listening to the other team and stuff. It's really good.
That's awesome. What's that one called? Sonar?
It's Captain Sonar.
Captain Sonar.
And another one is Steampunk Rally. It's like it's a drafting type game, and then you've got dice, and you're racing these crazy contraptions around the board, and it's all simultaneous action, so everyone's playing at the same time.
That's awesome.
cool.
Oh, we
Yeah,
definitely need to
yeah.
get something to do with his game nights in there, Gus.
Yeah, you gotta be the
That's-
game master.
So,
Yeah.
so Gus was already drawing something. And
I've just been doing this just every time we've been
you've just
talking.
been doing- yeah. Kizzy05 says, "Why is Gus drawing an insect with a knife?" Mike actually wrote a really
Why
good.
not?
I just wanted to read it out because Mike actually
Yeah,
wrote a
read
really
it,
good blurb.
please. Good,
Sorry?
good.
Yeah, read it, please. He said.
Yeah. So he said that here's the thing. His name is Kilabie, a combination of serial killer, his old name, and Lockerbie.
Is that serial killer as in hackers?
Hatches!
Hack the planet!
We're all nerds.
He says, and Gus, he said, no bees, please. But maybe stick with the murder theme. I love me some true crime.
Yeah,
I'm a late
true crime.
30s stoner who loves space, sci-fi, and I'm a huge Trekkie. I run a podcast studio. I'm a bit obsessed with podcasting, both listening to crazy stories and releasing my own ramblings. My dad is Scottish. I love my heritage, so maybe throw in tartan for funsies. I'm all about leisure, friendship, and love.
I
so
like
much to
the
work
idea
off.
of a game master podcasting live a
Yeah.
murder that he is about to commit.
I like that.
Okay, I
And-
see him. I see him behind like a DM, like a D&D DM, like partition thing with a knife, and he's wearing a tam o' shanter, which is like the
that's a
Scottish
Scottish hat?
hat with the pom pom.
And he's got a
Oh,
podcast
shit.
mic in front of him that he's
Yeah.
smoking.
Yes. Oh, yes.
What? Because he said he's a stoner.
Oh, right.
I
Okay.
am.
That should
I'm
be-
a...
Yeah.
How do I put
Look,
that?
I wrote it down because I am a huge stoner.
Like, it's got to be about you.
Okay, there was a lot to work on back there. So, podcaster, D&D, so I like...
So he's got like a D&D
yep.
Game Master screen,
I like those. That works.
and then he's actually about to kill someone.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the tricky bit though, like, because I've kind of, I like that we've landed on not drawing anyone as themselves. So some sort of
yeah.
anthropomorphized...
Just
We're going to go with, I was thinking hockey mask. Is that too cliched as a murder thing?
Is there a Scottish sport?
I like
I just
Sterling?
feel like you could just give him a big Scottish beard and a tam o' shanter. Then you're really just drawing eyes.
Are you hairy?
I do have a lovely beard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to be a beard with eyes.
What color should the beard be?
I mean, red. I mean, if you're Scottish,
I am Scottish, so it's very red.
There you go.
Excellent. Oh, I'm so happy. This
I
is
like the
exciting.
fact that every time I feel like we're just drawing really broad stereotypes, he chuckles and he's like, yeah, that's fucking me.
Okay. So what about this? The podcast mic is there. He's got the
Yeah, I like
he's got
that.
the game board.
Yeah.
But instead of like about to commit a murder, he's already committed one. The bloody knife is on the
yes.
bottom on the table there.
Yep.
And he's smoking a joint because he's
Oh,
celebrating.
please.
Like jammed into the table and it's
Jammed
dripping
in and
blood.
dripping blood.
Yeah.
And
We're going to be
and just-
more beard than man at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need,
like
I need
a
a description of
Blackbeard.
the Tama. I should know this. I'm Scottish. The
Tamashanta.
It looks like a beret.
It's a golf hat with a bauble on top.
Just-
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
It's the cool hat, right?
Yeah, it is very
It's
cool.
not a golf hat. It's
Yeah,
like
gotcha,
a.
gotcha.
It's,
Golf hat.
it's more like a poofy beret. And
Well, let's-
I had to wear one as part of my school uniform for years.
you
Oh,
really?
what?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Why?
God.
Because Pimble Ladies College decided it would be a fun thing for a teenage girl to have to parade around in
Did
front
you go
of
to a
boys.
private school?
I
You've
did,
got to
yeah.
love private
Gus,
schools,
you did as well, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
You did as well? I just, like,
Yep.
it's the most traumatizing thing.
Yeah.
Those
It is.
Uniforms at private schools. It's
Oh,
just like,
it was
I'll
the
never, like,
worst.
the fact that I even fucking know what a garter is the worst. Is the
And
Oh my
at
God.
an
my
age where you're
personality.
already feeling so
Oh, my
awkward.
God. The
and
garters.
to have to wear a hat like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What I was think-
My principal would roam the school and like, well, I had a great principal and I had a less great principal, but he would come up to you and shake your hand and he would grab your hand and shake it and not let go and say, your tie is undone. Well, I can't do anything about that right now because you have my hand.
Kit Carnage says garters are sexy, not those kind of garters.
Not that garter.
This is just a thin piece of elastic that's holding up a sock that's way
Exactly
too long.
right.
Everyone's
This is not
very
sexual.
insistent that he have stoner eyes as well.
Well, the thing was, I was going to go with just like beard and some real killer eyes, just like glowing
yeah.
Oh yeah.
in
But
the
they-
dark.
But
What if they're
glowing in the dark,
What if
but
they're both bloodshot and dripping blood?
They will be. Oh my god. Dripping blood might be tricky, but what I'll do is when we draw this properly, like you'll be in such sort of like in the dark. I want a really menacing kind of like just dark eyes poking
Yeah,
out
cool.
from there and under the beard. So
Yeah.
we'll get that
Oh,
worked.
like
Cool.
a Scottish Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
But they will
I like
be blood.
it.
If we can get a little bit of bloodshot, I mean, I'll work on this.
Do you have a family tartan?
I do, but it's a very boring color. Like in real life, it's awesome. It's grey, black, and white, and I own one,
Yeah,
and it
that's sick.
looks great. But trying to, in the logo, it would just be black and grey.
Yeah, right.
That works for me.
It's gonna be but it's actually going to be colorful, very colorful. So black and grey will,
True.
will
Yeah,
actually
true.
be nice.
Because you'll be a
contrast.
massive red beard.
So that'll be nice
Oh,
for the
true,
hat.
yeah, true.
That'll be nice for the hat. That'll be cool.
Yep.
And I'm not.
Cool.
I'm gonna go with like lumbering Scotsman here, so it's kind of like you're
yeah.
gonna have giant, broad muscle shoulders.
Is
sticking
that you?
Yeah.
And look,
I am not a small person.
so I love the idea of like you can have these like huge.
There's a
bulking-
bit Battletoad.
Yeah, totally. You can have these huge like bulking.
It's a fucking Battletoad.
Man, holy shit.
Holy shit!
I'm like Dave Bautista.
You're a battle.
man.
You're a Battletoad.
Yeah, Battletoad, son.
Oh, I can't unsee it now.
But you got the knife, right? Oh, you can have the knife sticking in the table and blood dripping off it.
Oh,
If
that's
you want him to
cool.
hold it, that's fine.
Pete's having more fun coming up with some of these details, but I look.
Yeah,
I think
Pete, you're rocking it.
Pete, would you like a logo?
Thanks, buddy.
I mean, we can get a bit of
That's
the
the
like.
second time in 3 weeks we've high-fived in front of your face.
I know.
And I missed the group fist punch before. I was like, yeah. Oh.
It's hard to do a trio bit. Oh, it worked. Okay, there you go.
We're making art. Well, I mean, we're talking about art that Gus is making.
Yep.
Well, I'm a huge fan of this. I think this is
Yeah,
going
this
to
is
be
gonna
phenomenal.
look
I'm loving it. Yeah, this is great.
Do you have... you said you have your own podcasts?
Oh, yeah, like if you guys want to find any of my stuff, just search at Pod Federation. I run the Podcast Federation. It's just me. But I have like 3 or 4 podcasts that I put out. But if you just search at Pod Federation, you'll find all my shit on Facebook and Twitter.
Should we put Pod Federation on the Game Master's screen?
Oh, go on. That'd be cool.
Like, so
Yeah,
that
cool.
he's got his branding on there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Gus?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
sweet as.
Yeah, cool.
Gonna have to
Hey,
find room for
what
that.
sort of podcast do you make?
Scroll it.
Look,
next
I
to it
have
for now.
I have a real nerdy podcast and I have a mental health podcast.
Oh,
where I
nice.
just talk about because like I have my own problems and I talk to people with their problems and it's great. Yeah, I
That's
love
wonderful, man.
That's
sick.
really cool.
And then you can be like,
Yeah.
"Here's my logo," and they're like, "Oh my god!"
I now have new problems to talk about.
Well, thanks very much
That's
for the patronage, man. And thanks for
Of
being a
course.
fan since the beginning.
I'm looking forward to doing
love
this one
it.
up. This looks fun.
I love it. I'm really
man.
glad you guys are back, and thanks for having me on the show. And yeah, look forward to all the stuff you guys put together in the future.
Yay! Thank you so
man.
much.
Yeah, thank you. See you guys.
I'm glad you unlurked.
Bye.
All right.
All right.
Alrighty, and the third person
Lucky
we have
last.
coming in is Daniel McCormack. It is
Oh, it is Danny
Obnoxious
Boy
Bishop
himself. I was like, look at Dan being like a sick mod, just sitting there making sure everything's running smoothly. But he was waiting for his time to shine. He
wasn't doing work at all.
You can just let yourself in here. Come on up,
Danny.
I think you can, or maybe you can't because you don't. Do you have that power? No, you got kicked out.
So
I'm bringing him in.
Bishop is one of the fantastic mods on the Discord and on Twitch. You would know that. I, of course, forget this information on camera.
Dan, you there, man?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hey, there he is.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Hey guys, doing Hex, Pete, Gus. I think I know you, Nick.
Very clever. No, what it is, I feel like I've had more interaction with you as Daniel than I have as Bishop. And I remember during Pocket, there were two bishops. There was Obnoxious Bishop, which is you,
A pawn
And
called
a pawn
Bishop.
and a
called
pawn called
Bishop.
Bishop. And I would
Yep.
always confuse the two bishops all the time. And I always thought that you were the other one, but I knew who you were as Daniel. So that's my long
Dan's fanfic is far more salacious than a pawn called Bishop.
That's true. That's true.
Do you remember the pawn
There
called
are,
Bishop?
there are
do.
two
Fanfic?
fanfics that exist. What are they about?
No, I was just joking. Pawn called Bishop was the one that wrote the fanfic.
Yeah.
And Dan did not get sexy with his writing.
Oh, okay.
But a pawn called
Disappointingly.
Bishop did, and they are in chat right now. And then now people are all remembering the fanfics, and everyone's having a good
Somebody sent in a fanfic they wrote about Barjo and I once.
like as a couple.
Yes, but
Didn't
it
we
wasn't
read it at the
like
Christmas party?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
I think
because
it was the year I
it
joined.
wasn't actually. I thought it was just going to get really like intense and erotic, but it was actually really lovely. Like we got married at the end
That's nice. Yeah. It's like pure.
because we just couldn't live without
You
each
didn't
other.
know how to operate.
Yes,
separately.
that's right. Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
really
nice.
sweet. Like the wedding was
Yeah.
still sitting in the chairs.
Yeah. Although hilariously, like 10 years like later since I had
like
been on
that-
Good Game, people were commenting on the photos that I posted of my actual wedding, being like, "I can't believe you didn't marry Barjo. Like, my heart is in pieces."
I married Barjo before you even got a chance to.
What do you mean?
In
Elder Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls Online. We had a we
Oh,
eloped.
you had a wedding.
We eloped. It was very sweet.
Right.
That's very
I like that Gus has immediately gone for a bishop that is obnoxious. And we haven't even asked Dan.
Again,
What do you
these are
want
just
to
the drafts. If,
Well, I
if
think
there's
we're
something
done
in,
here.
Well,
if there's
let's
something
hear-
in Daniel's
let's hear
word that
Bla-
says
let's hear-
definitely not chess pieces, I'll be like, fuck.
Tell us about yourself, Dan.
Well, I definitely love chess, I gotta say. I've always played chess since I was a kid, so I'm actually loving this.
Yeah, sick.
But otherwise, I don't know. I've got like a whole set piece in Patreon. I don't really know what to say.
You
yeah.
I've got some of the stuff
can
that you
read
put in. You like to collect pins. So these are like PAX pins and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, no, actually, when I was at the last PAX, there was the pin chicken that was going nuts across all the PAX. And
Oh, I saw that.
There was only like 50 of them per round, and like people were just running for it. And I sprinted from the Just Dance area in the exhibition center straight into the other side of the hall where all the events were. And I got yelled at like by a bunch of people, but I eventually did end up getting a pin chicken, and I'm like really happy about it. So,
That's
Nice
awesome.
work.
That's
Did you get a
amazing.
screenplay pin?
yes, I did get a screenplay pin.
Yeah,
that was-
you
that
definitely
was
would have. Yeah, that would cool.
Hang on to that. That might be something.
Talon Thorne said it should be this, but it also has Nick's Pockety is there saying, "And who are you?" The other thing that I love about you is that you collect Richie Rich comics.
Yes, ever since I was like 10 years old, my gran was going to all these different garage sales and picking me up old Richie Rich comics from like the 1920s and 1930s.
Amazing.
And ever since, I've just been collecting them, and I think I still have like 120 of them.
That's so cool.
So-
Can
Can
I-
I-
even I was more of a Hot Stuff fan myself, who was a later character edition. He was he Hot Stuff? It was like more of a Casper character.
Yeah, he was more like a little devil. I
Yeah,
have a couple
yeah.
of those
Little
comics as
devil
well.
in a nappy.
Yeah,
And
man.
I was
Yeah.
an Archie kid.
Typical.
Archie, anyone?
Archie?
Archie? Archie.
That's now like a massive franchise for like teen.
Yeah.
I was an Archie kid.
Yeah, no, Archie got fucking sexy.
Yeah.
Like,
Did Richie Rich get sexy, or is that just like he was the 1%? So they
No,
were
they made the
Macaulay
Macaulay
Culkin.
Yeah,
Culkin.
no, yeah. So cool, but like not sexy.
I love that film. That was fun.
yeah,
I'm almost like this bishop should be sliding out of a slide that's coming out of Mount Rushmore. Giant head.
Yeah. Slicked back hair.
I mean, I can definitely change all this, by the way, if you don't want to be a chess piece. But
Do you want to be a chess piece?
Yeah, no, I'm seriously down for this.
Yeah,
I'm-
like,
cool.
But I think we should have the specific bin chicken pin should be like
100%.
really like visible
Yeah.
and larger than the other pins.
Oh, those are pins. I thought he had a condition.
He fell on glass.
Yeah. No, that's very
We
nice.
can have-
I do like the "and who are you" because that feels like an in joke that happened on the day that you came.
Gotta say, I now really gotta own this gamer tag now because I mean, this is like my personal logo. I can't change it now.
You can't
Yeah,
change this. No.
This is it. You're committing. Now's your last chance to become a pleasant bishop.
Yeah, this is it. We could turn that frown upside down if you want. You want to be obnoxious?
Happy bishop?
I'm very happy with Obnoxious. Don't worry.
All right.
make you angrier. I'm trying to make you
also,
more.
also a big fan of Kingdom Hearts. You could maybe put a Keyblade in there also.
Oh yeah, I can get away
Keyblade
with that.
pin. Anything you like could be a
Just
pin.
put pins on him.
Yeah.
Can do a Keyblade.
Someone in chat, where was it?
sick,
It was, Pseudonym73. When I was a kid, everyone was either an Asterix or Tintin fan, and they were Asterix. And I used to read Tintin comics in the school library every lunchtime. That was
You
very
did.
popular.
I used to look at the
and-
pictures.
Sorry?
I just looked at the pictures.
So very quickly, I used to have an Asterix and the Great Divide CD audiobook that I would, every night I would fall asleep listening to that or Terry Pratchett's The Carpet People on CD, on cassette tape, sorry. And so it would have the hiss and everything. And I remembered this a couple of weeks ago and Googled the audiobook and it's just sitting on YouTube. So last week
what a flashback.
I just sat on my couch and listened to a 2-hour audiobook of Asterix and the Great Divide, which had the hiss from like the cassette thing, and I was just like transported back to my bedroom as a child. It was the most, it was like a genuinely magical experience. I'll tweet it out because it's a really like
That's
fun
amazing.
thing. But yeah, that was awesome. Anyway, more about you, Bishop.
We've got a spare arm, which so far has been a device to just put more things on
well,
people.
technically, the Bishop pieces have no arms, so we can
You've
have
got
a spare
one
arm.
random arm.
What would you be doing with your other arm?
What would I be doing with my other arm?
Well, you'd
I
probably
would-
be fixing our Discord, or
What was so that
I would honestly be on my phone more than likely, like either checking my internet speed or like playing on Discord or something like that.
Are you an
absolutely
Ookla
adore
speedtest.net fan, or do you find another way to test your speed?
do you use
I'm all
the built-in Google speed test check?
I always use the Ookla speed test, but to speed test my 250 megabit per second NBN connection. So
Oh, someone
Richie
just came on to
Rich
flex.
boy.
Can you put a bicep on that arm? 'Cause
Yeah.
that was a flex and a
Actually,
half.
can you just put a middle finger facing us on that arm?
Yeah.
I told you guys I'm obnoxious.
Not fast enough.
And then the Nick asking who are you was an in joke. I'm out of this loop, so I need this explained to me.
It was like an hour and a half ago. I said, "Obnoxious Bishop, I think I know who you are, and if you haven't heard of this game, I find that really hard to believe because like all you do is sit on our gaming Discord." And then of course I confused him with a pawn called
Yeah,
Bishop.
he literally Xboxed me. Basically, what Xbox did to Nick, he just did to me.
That's true. When I got Nickoid hard, and then when they denied me on Twitter.
That's very
A
funny.
quick call out to a pawn called Bishop on our Discord, which you can actually join at patreon.com.
That was
Give that
We
man
will
a
never,
raise.
That
ever,
was smooth.
ever forget the fanfic, the fanfic guy. Like we're always gonna remember it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It was a time.
I look forward to the new fan fiction. Okay, so I'm.
This came together too easily. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
great. It's awesome. I love it.
sometimes like he's already got his like persona in the name. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
100%.
that's-
It's very
sometimes
cool.
you don't want to go against your instinct.
we'll jazz
Is there
up the
anything for the
pins.
background? Is there anything like an idea to throw in the background as like a There's obviously it doesn't.
I mean, is it the Discord?
I was going to say, is
It's
it
a
too hokey
Discord.
to have like he's just sitting in a bunch of channels?
Yeah.
Hang on, we can. If we do that, it's just like a series of windows of Discord all open in the back.
Yeah.
Of just like things that he's dealing with, both obnoxiously and usefully.
And a voice channel of Diddy Kong Racing.
Both obnoxiously and usefully.
It's all going to be a series of Discord and modding amazing
Amazing. I love that.
in the
I love
background like that. Which is why he's he's obnoxious because he's stressed. I feel like there's a backstory here.
Yeah.
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 I like it. Are
Yeah.
you happy? Are you happy, Danny?
100%.
Yay! Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you,
I
man.
love
I'm
that.
still waiting for the one person to say, no, draw it again.
Well, we did have feet vetoed, but I think that was probably
Oh,
fair enough.
that was the wrong choice, and
That
I'll
was-
stand by that.
Should've stood by that.
Sometimes people's creative expression needs to be reined in a little bit, and that's always Nick.
It was my one chance to see a sea of severed feet, and I'll never get it back.
I feel like that can be how I sign off on these now, with just like a dismembered foot occasionally. Just
nice. Hey, can we put a foot in your logo?
Can you put a sea of severed foots in like the background in one of the little
for
things?
fuck's
In
sake.
one of
Discord
the
channels.
in one of
Yeah.
the Discord
Yeah.
channels.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, no, I can do that.
See a
Yeah.
7 feet in there.
Thank
Let's
you
try and
very
get some
much.
Discord in jokes into
See,
the.
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Danny, thank you very much. Not only for being a patron, but also for the incredible work that you and the other mods
Thank you,
do.
man.
Discord
Seriously.
and Twitch. Like, you guys go so far above and beyond. It's ridiculous.
Seriously love you guys. You've made a community where I have lifelong friends, and you guys are just absolutely fantastic. Thank you for coming back and making 2020 a good year.
Hey.
I wouldn't go
Yay!
that far, but it is good to be back and it's so good to be talking to you guys again.
It's a slice of loveliness in an otherwise shitty year.
All right, dude. We'll talk to you soon.
See you soon.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
See you, mate. Love it. Thank you, guys.
Well done,
So
Gus.
just a
You
recap?
smashed those.
Yeah,
do
that
you
was
want,
great.
do we want to just go over them again one more time?
An obnoxious bishop who's running the Discord, Richie Rich fan, Keyblade, couple of pins, and a pin chicken, a bin chicken pin. We have, I'm a big fan of this one, Kilabie, who is a murdering stoner, podcasting, D&D rolling Scottish...
Battletoad.
Battletoad?
Scottish Battletoad.
Scottish Battletoad, who's just, I cannot get enough, I just want to get them.
Muscles.
And just remember Pod Federation. Just write that
Pod
somewhere
Put
so
it
that you don't
underneath
forget
so
it.
you Get it on.
We'll put
Yeah.
that down there and make sure we remember that for the logo. Federation.
Tion? No, T.
T.
That was a joke, right?
Yeah.
They get it. They get it. That's why that's there. And of course, Kelstar, who, if I can find my cursor,
Yeah, that one's sick.
Awesome. These
Yeah,
would be
dude,
great.
they were all
there's a
fun.
lot happening in that one.
Yeah.
It's very clever to use the football.
Yeah,
as
that-
the
yeah, yeah,
correct
that
Started
was
off on a
symbol.
high with that one.
Stroke of
That
genius.
was the
A bass playing
Croque
spider.
Monsieur of the evening.
Is there a fear of spiders in there?
Yeah.
Good, we
that
got
was
a
a
fear
But
of
he suggested Spider playing the
Look,
bass guitar.
I'm going to
And
make
he's
it a...
like
I'm-
if that doesn't get you over your fear of spiders, I don't
Totally. I'm not going to be happy each week until at least we make one of them involve one of their fears. So tee up for your future ones, guys. If you've got any fears you want to get over in logo form, happy to draw them for you.
Pseudonym 73 says, I want to get a fact check on whether Australian judges use gavels. So we'll look into that. But then Malevolent Elephant replied and said Mark Holden never used one. And I thought that was very funny.
Touchdown on that comment. All right.
Alrighty. That is bringing us towards the end of the stream. A very enjoyable night had by all, I hope,
That's heaps of fun.
I had a great time.
It's
for
really
the
cool.
last half.
That first 5 minutes.
First half
Pete.
was a bit crazy.
It was, yeah. It took a while. So we can be honest, right? We can be honest.
Well, can I even just jump in there early and say, like, Pete's stressing about the start of the stream. Pete, also, 2 days ago, we had a huge piece of equipment blow
yeah.
up in the studio, the switcher. And Pete spent the day in here. I spent the day in here. I was locked in with him.
Yeah.
And he was not happy, and rightly so. So Pete's had a tough week.
I was checking in and I was like, hey, how's everything going? And Peter was like, not good, something broke. And I was like, oh, is it something that I can just pick up from JCar for you? And he was like, not really. It's like a $5,000 piece of equipment. And I was like, okay.
One of those phone calls where you hear me in the background go, hi, and then Pete hangs up, and it's like, yep, it was just not... yeah.
Also,
Problem solved.
I was at home and like I was working from home, and Pete was telling us what was going on and blah blah blah. And then I was sitting there going, oh shit, blah blah blah. And then my partner went, oh, what's going on? And I turned to her and I said, oh, our vision switcher died. and she went. And I was like, what is this reaction? Like, why do you fucking care this much? And then she's like, how? And I go, I don't know. It just kind of like blew up. What? And I'm like, why are you freaking out about this so much? She's like, so who was he? I go, no, it's a piece of equipment. It's not the actual Because the whole time I'm going,
I don't know, it just blew up.
yeah.
Peter, I did just about spontaneously combust that day. So.
It was so funny that because she was just like the face that she get, and I'm going like, why do you fucking care so much? Like I care because it's going to cost us money. Why do you care? Very funny. Okay,
But yes, so to put a pin in that, Pete's had a rough week, but some massive love in the chat, please, for Pete, because he worked really hard and got us back up and running
You
this
don't
week.
have to blow smoke.
Everything
Everything
I
should
had
have
to, I
been
was-
fine today.
Instead of blowing smoke, how about you !Tim so that you could check out lpa.dev/backpocket to get some programming in you. Let's just do !Tims in the chat so that I know you're actually listening. Okay, that's going to round out for us this evening. A massive thank you as well to PlayStation for sponsoring tonight's stream. So a reminder that we're going to be running the, what did I call it again?
You can read it off
Here
the
you go.
screen. Here we
Oh,
go.
hang on.
The Back Pocket Playoff Poem Competition presented by PlayStation Plus.
There it is.
So there is a link in the chat to a Google form. We're also going to put this in the Discord. We'll put it in our socials over the next couple of days. We want you to write a poem, a limerick, some sort of like rhyming haiku beat poetry situation about a connection you've made in a video game. And I know a ton of you have made connections in video games because we have been watching you make connections in video games with each other over the last 5 years. And it's been very beautiful. So we're going to pick the best stories that you had. We're going to read them on air, and then next week we'll get the runners-up and the winner on the show, and you'll be able to read out your poem and then give us a little backstory to it. And then the one that we pick as the winner will play me in a 1v1 in Rocket League. And if you win, then you get yourself a back pockety mug. You get 12-month subscription to PlayStation Plus. You get the controller that I use. And was there one other thing?
Well, the runners-up,
Palm
I
sweat
think
included?
the other runners-up gets...
The runners-up will each get a year of PS Plus as well, thanks to PlayStation. But then if you lose, I get to write my own poem about how bad you are at video games, and I perform at the location and time.
So you get everything but the controller, but you're replacing the controller with an aggressive poem.
Yeah. Which, like, to be fair, like, this controller's been hanging around the office for a while. A bunch of people have touched it. I don't think right now is the time to
To be
spawn
fair,
just
it's
a
like-
thing from a random place in the
We'll have to
country.
get soaked in hand sanitizer before
Hamish
it leaves the office. So.
Hamish McKenzie says, "Don't deep throat the controller, Nick," which is, of course, a reference to the other episode where Nick put the entire microphone into his mouth.
What do you got to
What
say?
can I say? Sometimes I see a thing and I need to swallow it. Like Gus at his Fall Guys.
I need to eat that tasty Jelly Bean Village. Just to know.
Just to know. So thank you very much, PlayStation, for sponsoring the show. But of course, a massive thank you to you, the real sponsors of the show, who help make everything possible. If you are already a patron of the Patreon, you don't have any more work to do. Just continue being awesome and hanging out in the Discord. But if you aren't, now is the best time to jump on because there is, we're actually paying attention to people's names. But once it gets too big, we'll only care about the money. And we won't sort of like worry about who these people are and talk to you. So now you want to jump in now, is what I'm saying. We'll remember you forever, but the people in the future, those are scum. So head to patreon.com/backpocket. Head to our YouTube, youtube.com/backpocket channel. This week, what are we seeing on there?
We're going to see a first play of Grounded.
A playback. If
A
we're really gonna-
playback.
Yep, so you had to play that, and we'll put that together and drop it on Tuesday. Is the plan?
That's right. And then also in the Discord, the PPP.
Correct. So that'll be a survey that goes out as a Google form, so you can keep an eye out for that link, which will be posted
Already there.
And
In
the,
which channel
and the
server
PPP
feedback?
is the
Show
pocket.
feedback.
Show feedback.
The PPP is the Pocket Pilot Program.
It is,
which is where you get to just sort of decide. It's like a pilot program where you get to decide what programs and segments will have.
And we're
Pocket.
probing you for answers, so the form you'll find online is the Pocket Pilot Program Probe.
Yes. Yeah. Because at the moment,
Wait, seriously, it's called that.
It's called that.
Oh God.
Today's show is sponsored by the letter P, let's be honest. So we want to broadly know what you're interested in, and then we'll drill down and start sharing our ideas after that. The final reminder that I need to give is that PS Plus is free this weekend for everybody. So you can do multiplayer. Multiplayer is free this weekend for everyone, so you can play the multiplayer games to your heart content without a PS Plus subscription. So thank you to PlayStation for that and for sponsoring the show. I think I'm done with everything.
Yeah, keep an
Thanks,
eye out on the
PlayStation.
Patreon message post for hilarious anecdotes from a ski weekend that we all have.
Yeah,
That'll be up there live. So,
I think because the reason we're going is Josh was like, oh, Happy Feet 3, better do a recce. Let's go somewhere
Are we
cold.
going to be mocapping all weekend?
Yeah.
Oh,
So this is like a work trip.
yeah, we'll write it off as one.
Yeah, so it
Call
doesn't
it a
sound
work
that fun.
There it is.
If you follow me on Instagram, I'll just take pictures of me in cold places in my house.
The fridge. Here's me.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to fucking take a picture of me in the fridge this weekend and put it up on my socials. That's going to be way better than a picture of like 3 gorgeous people and their friends on the slopes with an old Australian director.
Can you have too much fun skiing? I feel like we'll find out.
All right. Guys are really enjoying this. And I've really enjoyed tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out.
Not at all.
I
It's been
look
fun.
forward to these now.
Yeah,
This
great.
is like I'm going to be honest. This is what I have going on.
And you have a family.
And I've got a family who I love.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Yeah.
It's cool to be doing so. Well, we really like this
And more
format.
casual shenanigans coming up next.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the $10 patrons, the post show is going to start soon. We're going to say goodbye to Twitch, but
Yeah, we will this time. last week, the Twitch.
That
Maybe.
was so funny.
too long.
so last
But it
week
was
you
good. It was a good push. It gave people a little sneak preview of what it's like in the post show. Yeah. I had my feet on the table. We were drinking wine. It was great.
And also
remember
a
to
massive thank you to Cardboard Cowboy for coming in.
Huge.
That was
Legend.
wild. I really enjoyed that. What a great,
I
what a
didn't
great
even hear
guy.
him leave.
No, I know.
He's so
He just
so
sneaked
He
out.
just
What
snuck out the door.
He said goodbye, but he just he was politely closed the door.
He
I'm
said goodbye with bullets.
like, he did. He shot me a couple of times, didn't he?
Fucker. You're holding up really well. All right, we'll say goodbye to you unless you're a patron and you're hanging out for the post show. You'll find the link in the Discord in a second. Until next week, we're out.
Bye.